February 12th through 15th. Visit ringling.com for show details.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassey's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassey's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating, then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Thank you for joining Real Radio and the Jim Colbert Show, which will begin momentarily. We're so glad to have you with us today. We want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 4 hours of live talk entertainment here on Real Radio 104.1. Hopefully, we'll hear some sound real soon. At least that's what I'm hoping for, because I don't know how much longer this can go on.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's the opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeart Media, its management, advertisers.
You're ready to. We want you to take a little extra time and make sure that
And you
sit back, relax,
are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio on 104.1.
Thursday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that greatly. And we do have a big old fat show to stick in your face. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there in the world. Deb's Woken News will do that. 3:45, the Froggers football forecast. We'll make our picks and then give away a card for Froggers next Tuesday. Date night done right with Danny Myring at 4 o'clock. 4:45, Colbert Court with their buddy Glenn Klausman. 5 o'clock hours trivia. 6 o'clock, we wrap it up with Ross Thoughts and Last Call. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all in between. Welcome to the show. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
I'm not in debt.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Twitter's Facebook, or Facebook and Instagram at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter's just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. We run the show on Linux. Just so you know, we're really updating it. It's actually tape-driven, this program. We forgot to change the belts today on the broadcasting.
Actually, we run it on Linus. Yeah, the blanket he drags around.
Yeah, sorry for that. But that does happen. But we are getting new computers, which is good. And I know that we got a new one for YouTube and the Facebook feed.
Shout out to Code Black IT. By the way, new location.
Yeah. Who is that?
Yeah, he's a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
I know you don't know him.
Yeah.
You run in different circles.
Right.
Gets lucky in poker.
Right.
However,
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Or not.
Oh, he's the worst. Yeah.
New location for Code Black IT.
Yeah, Code Black IT. My buddy Sean, he's the greatest. He gave us our new computer to make sure that we still have that good YouTube broadcast out there for you guys, which you can go to JimColbertLive.com and check out. Today's actually the first day we're using it. The other thing is just the station, man. It's old. It's just old.
Yeah.
It's like the Empire State Building. You just be happy the elevator still works. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can text us at 77031. Everyone having a good Thursday?
So far, so good.
This weather's pretty good.
It's good. I mean, I just heard a bunch of screws hit tile, but
yeah. Hey, I want to ask, we really haven't mapped this out, and it's something I believe usually we would have taken care of by now. I think earlier in the year we mentioned a number of ways we thought we were going to do this, but we never. I don't think we ever solidified it. How are we exchanging gifts this year between the show members? How are we doing that this year?
Well, I think we kind of settled into a routine where we kind of got something for everyone the past few years.
Is that how we're doing it?
And exchange on the last day next Friday.
And we did a like a limit on the cost of said gifts.
Well, for everyone but you.
Yeah, for everyone but me.
What's that limit again?
For you guys, it's whatever. I mean, we're
Yeah.
actually trying to figure out right now. So I was going to ask you.
Well, we'll decide between the three of us what's our maximum spend.
Okay, you
but
guys.
we don't want you to be limited.
Yeah. I won't be limited. I promise.
Last year you got the Apple iPad AirPods.
Jack and Deb got AirPods, and
so great.
And Ross got a new 3-wood. Which was worked out all right. He hits
That's practical.
Hits it pretty good.
It's a firm 3-wood.
I would love an iMac.
Wow, Deb coming in hot. Yeah, I was going to ask for your list, but now that Deb started off with iMac, I'm going to go ahead and move to the first topic on the show today, which is not iMac.
Thanks, Deb.
No.
Welcome.
Do you guys have anything that you're thinking about that's in that price range of what I spent last year for you guys? I mean, it was a couple $100 for the pods or something, right? Is that what it was?
Wow, you don't even remember?
Yeah.
That was so cool. You know, iMac is about that same price, really.
I think
it's kind of the same price
Add
point.
another zero.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out what to get you guys. And I'm going to, can I be honest?
Tesla.
Can I be honest? So theoretically, Ross is the easiest person for me to buy for because we both have golf in common. And I know what good players like, and I could get him, that much money worth of stuff, like I got him last year. But for some reason, I think that's like a cop out. I kind of wanted to get something not personal, whatever, but I mean, can I get some ideas from you guys about what maybe is percolating in your gift list area? What are you looking for this year? You guys made it pretty clear that the AirPod thing was what you were looking for last year. So don't get timid now.
iMac.
I can't get you an iMac. That's like a $3,000 whatever it is.
Deb, do you know how much they are?
I mean,
they're like $2K.
Does it matter?
It doesn't. You're right. It does not. You're worth every dime.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I haven't even thought about this.
I haven't
Do we have a little
either.
time?
Yeah, I mean, you can have some time. I mean, but for me, honestly, I will be dead honest with you. I do not care. You can buy me whatever. Anything to do with golf is going to be fine with me, from tees to shirts. And I do not require that you get anything. I promise you, I will not look at you one bit less. Not one bit less. If you do not even get me anything, I will not care. I promise.
Oh yeah, same here.
I would not care
there
one
isn't
bit.
anything I need.
That's the thing, is I don't need anything. So if you guys decided to just get a card, say something sweet, I would have no problem with that. But I am going to get you something. So you better take advantage of it and give me some ideas. I am going to buy you something.
I know what Jack is looking for.
That's good. Yeah.
Please tell me I need help.
He is in the world of bourbons right now.
You're right.
And Maker's Mark has a really good gift set out, I guess, right now. That comes
Nice.
with like a couple of glasses.
Really?
So he really likes the gift sets.
He does.
that come- and those are good to buy this time of the year because you usually get glasses or ice cream bowls or something.
And Jack's palate's not good enough for me. I have to buy the good stuff.
You're 100% right on that.
Just make it a
but-
pretty label.
However, Deb, we can let those are more economical gifts that other people can afford. Let Jim, if I have one swing at this electronics payday, don't e-block me.
Don't digiblock me.
Don't digiblock him. How
What
about a new video? It's a shame that GTA 6 isn't out yet.
Can we put a down payment on that? It's only 18 months away.
I know. How much is that going to cost, though?
Are they like $80 or something?
No, it'll probably be 70.
70?
Probably 80 by 2025.
Yeah. With markup.
Yeah.
Ross, any ideas at all, buddy? Have you thought about your Christmas list at all? Do you even do that? Are you Christmas list people over there at your place?
So I'll be honest with you. This will be a shameless plug. It is my wife's birthday, and I only tell you that is because I haven't thought about Christmas at all this past week.
Today is your wife's birthday?
Yeah, today's my wife's birthday.
Hey,
So
Olivia.
I only
Birthday,
share
huh?
that to let you guys know. It's like, oh, dude, Christmas list.
Yeah.
I just got up with
Yeah.
the lights, and then I, switched gears, dropped it into third gear,
Mhm.
aka birthday week for the wife. And then I'm going straight Christmas list. If you ask me tomorrow, I'll have a better answer.
All right.
Right now, I'm drawing a blank.
Like those Google Pod things or any of the automated stuff for your house, or what is that called?
No.
No?
No, I don't want a Google Pod.
Is that wrong?
That has to be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going out on a
What's it-
limb. They
what is
didn't
it?
call it a Google
That's Jim
Pod.
Possible.
But what's it called? It's the Google Home?
The
Is that what it is?
Alexa or
The Home, right?
Nest?
There's like
Nest.
a,
There you go.
yeah, the Google Pod.
Yeah. It's Google Pod.
Google Pod.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about
Sleep
now.
Oh,
in it. You
Jim.
hibernate in
Just
it.
Yeah.
put it on the Google Pod.
It could be anything. It could be like a really good pillow for your bed.
Yeah,
Think
there's
about
a lot
that.
of things.
Nice sheets. Like if you wanted to go crazy, like you could say,
That
man,
would feel weird.
how
to be
about-
getting busy. Hey, it's nice these sheets
Yeah.
that Jimmy got
Oh,
us.
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Hey.
No,
you feel that Egyptian cotton on your ass?
I think I could power through that.
Yeah. Seriously, dude.
Sheets are an important thing. I spend like 7 hours on them.
Dude, I'm telling you, good sheets are one of the best gifts you can give anybody. And they will look at it and go, "Oh, sheets," and then they'll wash them once and put them on their bed, and they will write you a letter daily thanking you for really good quality sheets. I put that up there with good quality socks. You got to have good quality socks. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm wearing a nice pair right now.
Anything else? Like anything else? Any other interest you have? Sunglasses? Maybe you need some new sunglasses. Maybe something like that. Something you would have a hard time buying for yourself.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
You know those little cars that the Shriners would drive in parades?
So Jack wants a go-kart.
I always wanted one of those.
Okay, very good.
Dude, texting service is telling me that it's Ryan Holmes' wife's birthday as well.
Damn, really?
Whoa.
That's crazy. Happy birthday. Is it Christina?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's odd.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we're,
you guys,
we're like bizarro dimensions of each other.
yeah, you're on the clock. Okay. So next Friday is our last day.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
So you are on the clock. And remember, from your ideas, I still have to purchase and then wrap it to make it look like I didn't get what you wanted, which takes time. All right.
See, I'm curious about. I remember the I got a 3-wood. You guys got the one of the best products that Apple, in my opinion, has ever created. Those AirPods,
Yeah, they're
the
crazy.
latest generation,
Yeah.
the whole noise canceling, Bluetooth, and all of it. I use mine every day.
Do you guys use yours every day or do you use them often?
Oh yeah.
All
Every
the
day.
time?
All the
Every
Really?
time.
Really?
Yes.
I got to get a pair.
Oh God, Jim, you do.
What's the charge? Like 8 hours?
You don't need them.
Not even.
You use them when you exercise.
Don't need them.
No, well, you could use them for like, oh man, I don't want to hear anything right now.
All right. Well, new headphones.
Oh, yeah, that's every day.
Yeah.
Anything. So think of something.
All right, I'll think of something.
All right.
Like a bougie pair of Nikes or
Yeah.
something,
Well,
some
no,
like
I mean,
limited edition.
Like, I mean, you golf shoes?
Some golf
like, I mean,
shoes?
That's cheap.
Well, I'm saying it's.
That's
I mean,
what he's saying.
I'm
Look
saying
at
it's a
that.
couple $100. I mean, that's the world we're in. I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know.
Yeah, go back to that $3,000 computer you
I
were
was
asking
just
for.
Yeah.
about to say those 4 letters again. iMac.
How much are iPads these days? What's an iPad cost?
Well, I'll be honest with you. The new iMac, if you're talking, they are
teasing.
not $3,000.
I know they're like 1,500, right?
Yeah, the cheapest one,
Look at
brand
Jim
new.
coming in with the
I
I know.
price.
I have a Lenovo. I don't need one.
It's yeah. I'm gonna laugh at that off air.
Well, I mean, if I don't use it like you do,
you don't. You're right. I mean, but
I mean, I'm not over there editing video.
But
Good call, Deb.
the cheapest one is $1,300.
that's not bad. That's an Air. Is
Oh,
it an
wait,
Air
you
Max?
hear that? He said
Oh.
not bad. He said
Yeah,
not
you said not bad.
That's
Hey.
not. Oh, I mean, hey, look, that's not bad. If everybody else was to give up their gift to give you one,
bad.
all right, they're still only halfway.
No, I'll think of something like an Italian horn.
An Italian horn.
Yeah, like a 16-karat Italian horn golden necklace.
You want gold?
I don't know. I love gold.
I like this guy. It's only 2,200 an ounce. That should be pretty accessible.
I don't know. I'm not even Italian.
I know, and I was like,
I just like their culture.
yeah.
Let's do it. Lean into this one. Let's go.
Oh no, I
They don't make an Irish horn, do they?
No, they don't make
Because
it.
you're closer to that.
Yeah, they do the whole.
A Danish horn.
Just give him the wife beater T-shirt. We'll
Okay,
call
move
it good.
forward.
I think the Italian horn is one of the funniest and charming necklaces.
Yeah.
Don't get me one. I feel like that would be
too
like
late, buddy.
disrespectful towards the country of
Too-
Italy and their people.
Too late.
But I think it's so funny if I walked around with an Italian horn,
All right, 407
slicked back my hair.
916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Deb, you got some news for us?
Yeah, I do. Today is Pearl Harbor Day. Closer to home, Florida lawmakers restart their effort to impose annual electric car fees. And Pantone names the 2024 color of the year.
Oh, Beth.
Yeah, we'll
Oh.
tell you what that is and more coming up next during Woke News. It's going to just color you pink.
Is it
Jimmy.
really?
It's
All right.
just, yeah.
All right. 407
Forget about it.
916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with Deb's news and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Just seeing minor delays from an earlier accident at Sand Lake Road and Turkey Lake Road. Your usual eastbound I-4 heavy stop-and-go traffic between 27 all the way through the downtown area. See traffic troubles? Please call us at the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 1-866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Ron Way.
This report is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken. KFC's $5 Famous Bowl. Gift yourself something extra tasty this holiday season. Packed with creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, cheese, and gravy, all for just $5. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Tools Ace Hardware has the holiday gifts for everyone on your list. They have the perfect gifts with their best brands out there. Gifts from Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon. Those are the best grills out there, and free assembly and delivery on purchases $3.99 and up. Not to mention power tools and accessories from Milwaukee and DeWalt, outdoor power equipment from Steel and Ego, stocking stuffers from Yeti and Costa Del Mar, plus tons, and I mean tons of other cool stuff, from custom-made pocket knives to anything that any DIY person could possibly want. The best brands out there is Tools Ace Hardware, 12 convenient Central Florida locations, or you can just shop online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than Frogger's Grill and Bar. We've got your sports fix covered with Saturday college football, NFL football on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays too. Catch all the action on our tons of high-definition TVs while enjoying drink specials available all week long. Don't miss out on Frogger's amazing menu, where everything is fresh, never frozen. Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs. Frogger's, hopping with food and fun.
It's the best of the best year-end event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. This year's best inventory at our best deals.
Extra cash coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
To everyone who wants to treat the family to a meal made just for you, let our team member Arish share what makes Culver special.
We know the best meals are the ones shared with the people you love. It's why we handcraft our Wisconsin classics, so there's a favorite for everyone. Like our cook-to-order butter burgers and our real Wisconsin cheese curds. And there's no better way to treat yourself than our creamy, fresh, frozen custard. I put the same care into your meal that I would for my own family.
Come to Culver's for a meal made the Wisconsin way.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
With so many mesothelioma lawyers, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and here's my advice to you. Do your research. Results matter. Reputation matters. Last year alone, our team recovered over $1 billion for our clients. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited.
Call 800-602-2200. That's 800-602-2200. Call now.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code radio50 during checkout to score this deal.
Sharing is caring, right? That's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
iHeart Podcast Update this week on your free iHeartRadio app. In Trust, Rachel Adams Heard discusses the Osage Nation and its story and changes throughout the years. The Big Take. Host Wes Kosova talks to Bloomberg journalists around the world, experts, and the people at the center of the news to help you understand what's happening. Crash Course. Every week, Crash Course explores the lessons to be learned when creativity and ambition collide with competition and power. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Saturday morning when you're out doing your holiday shopping, give him a listen when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show.
Okay.
All right, the shooter who killed 3 people at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas yesterday was apparently a college professor. Law enforcement sources say the suspect was a 67-year-old career college professor who had unsuccessfully applied for a job at the school. The shooting started shortly before noon Wednesday on the 4th floor of the UNLV Business School building. Word went floor to floor to floor until police engaged and killed him.
Yeah.
In addition to those killed, one person was also critically injured. The gunman was killed by authorities, and it looks like all 3 victims were either faculty or staff. Okay, today is National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese military made a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, killing over 2,400 Americans and injuring over 1,100 others. The next day, the U.S. entered World War II and declared war on Japan. Flags across the U.S. will be flown at half-staff today, and a commemoration ceremony will be held at the Pearl Harbor National Memorial in Hawaii. And I know, Ross, you had been out there to see that National Memorial.
I was there.
Word I had heard that was for years you could still see oil from the ship. It's still bubbling to the surface.
I saw that very oil that is.
Did you really?
The definition of infamous.
Yeah.
Well, a Pinellas County man still has vivid memories of that day that will live in infamy. 82 years ago today, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and Clearwater's Bill Montfort was on a Navy destroyer at the Hawaiian base that day. And as a radio operator, he believes he was the first person to know about the attack.
Wow.
He says he had just gone on watch, and when he heard the words, "Air raid on Pearl Harbor, this is not a drill." Montfort also remembers a Japanese kamikaze pilot heading toward his ship, but a gunner shot the plane and threw it off course. Montfort survived the attack and went on to serve in World War II. He'll turn 107 in less than 2 weeks.
Damn. Wow.
And he recently told Fox 13 News, despite all that was happening that day, he had a job to do, and he did it.
Wow.
Can you imagine having memories 82
Right.
years after something like that
I read a
happened?
story today about a gentleman who had PTSD from that and could not walk on the beach because his job was to pull bodies out of the water. So he had tried to go to the beach with his grandson, got knocked over by a wave, and then lost it. And they had to kind of pull him out of the water. A dog helped, and he said even to this day he can't even walk on the beach anymore because of the PTSD from that day.
You can imagine.
You know, I got to tell you, it's over the Arizona. So
Right.
they made this insane structure. I mean, a feat of engineering for this memorial over the Arizona. And as soon as I saw the oil, I was like, oh, there it is. I've heard about this for years. But the thing that I think gets overlooked is that they're still in there.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking over 1,100, close to 1,200, bodies. Now, I'm assuming skeletons. I assume. I don't know what the biology is of, someone's past, but you're walking over the entire ship where they still remain.
Yep.
And that's
got to be pretty creepy.
That's got to be.
Completely makes the oil part of the experience a little bit less memorable because that was the number one thing that jumped out to me.
Did you find it was a somber kind of atmosphere on the ship, especially when people realize that not only are you seeing the oil from 82 years ago, but they're still interned there.
And you're told that, and then you see the oil, and essentially you walk 30 more feet, and then you see a wall with every name.
Oh, wow. Well, speaking of attacks, the GOP presidential wannabes went on the attack during their fourth debate last night, with Nikki Haley bearing the brunt of it. Barry University, this is out in Miami, Dr. Sean Foreman says Vivek Ramaswamy may have thought he was getting to her, but he went below the belt, proving he's not ready for prime time. He says Governor Ron DeSantis was also in attack mode, but may have come off as too angry when he criticized Haley for giving in to the left. It remains to be seen if any of the candidates will get a bump in the polls from this, but it may not even make a dent since former President Donald Trump is so far ahead with a triple-point advantage.
Yeah, I watched every minute of it last night. It's a shame that Vivek was on stage because he took so much time away from people who actually want to do something for the country and have a chance to win. It really was a shame. And hopefully they'll nix him and Christie, and it'll just be down to Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis and let those guys go at it because the other two don't even count.
Well, you're going to get a chance, hopefully, because CNN is going to be hosting a Republican presidential candidates debate in Iowa less than a week before the 2024 caucus. The news network says the event at Drake University will be January 10th. That's 5 days before the First in the Nation caucuses. CNN says candidates will only be eligible for their Iowa debate if they get at least 10% in 3 different national or an Iowa poll of Republican caucus goers or primary voters. All right, Florida lawmakers are trying once again to impose annual fees for electric car owners.
Get them.
The State Senate Transportation Committee backed a proposal yesterday that would require the owners to pay a $200 registration fee to try to offset potential losses in gas taxes.
Whack. Now there's an incentive.
Drivers would then pay $25 to $50 a year, depending on their vehicle.
Hey, I thought this was about carbon reduction.
Those who support the measure believe it's necessary to pay for future and current transportation projects. Meanwhile, others think this would disincentivize people to switch to electric.
Really?
You think? A similar bill failed during the last legislative session. Lawmakers returned to Tallahassee to continue discussions next month. Jimmy, how do you feel?
Well, it's just interesting. They give you tax credit for buying one, and then they hit you with the gas tax on the other side of it for buying one.
So this was already tried, correct?
Well, they talked about yes, it failed last year.
It failed last year, and here we are. We're trying it again.
Yeah.
And when I'm told that as someone who lives in Florida, my first initial thing is, so you don't care. You do not care about me. You don't care about anybody that is my community or anybody who lives in the state of Florida. You tried this, you were told no. You didn't listen. So now you're going to try it again.
Oh, yeah.
Because it lines your pockets.
Yeah.
They do not care about us.
Oh, there's so much legislation we could run down and show that.
I'd blame the Democrats in the state of Florida for doing this, but there are none.
Right, exactly.
At least in any elected position.
None will listen to.
For the past 20 years.
Right,
exactly.
We've been a Republican-run state for 2 decades now, and
not only the e-cars, but they tried it last year with the solar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
And fortunately, DeSantis vetoed that. But they just lined up to give FPL more power and really screw the homeowner with solar.
You see it all the time. I mean, we pass an amendment that they don't like. They go back to Tallahassee and decide, well, let's lift that threshold then that you need to pass these, amendments that you want from the citizens.
And then just reword it. It's like a child going, hey, can I have a chocolate chip cookie? No. All right. Can I have a circular thing with chocolate in it?
Yeah. Can I have something?
I remember when we voted to limit classroom size.
Yes.
And Jeb Bush kicked it back saying, I don't think they understood what they were voting for. Let's put that on the ballot again. Wait a minute.
Just like they did that with medical marijuana. They've done it with everything that they don't like. But this is something you guys will like.
What?
Because what's being described as a new era in gaming is beginning today in Florida.
Jimmy, this is what I want for Christmas.
Craps Roulette and in-person sports betting debuts today at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood. The Tribe will launch the games on Friday at its Tampa casino and on Monday at locations in Immokalee near Naples and Brighton near Lake Okeechobee. The launch comes after the U.S. Supreme Court refused to block the state's 2021 deal with the state to offer online sports betting in Florida. Now, challenges to mobile sports betting continue to work their way through the courts. Under the first 5 years of the compact, the Seminole Tribe is set to pay the state of Florida at least $2.5 billion.
There's some incentive.
Speaking of lots and lots of money, man, this take Nards.
I'm sorry, what?
A former Jacksonville Jaguars employee is accused of stealing millions of dollars from the team. And The Athletic reports Amit Patel allegedly embezzled. Jack, did you guys happen to see the number of money this guy embezzled from the Jags?
I didn't see it, but this explains why Trevor Lawrence wasn't carted off.
Oh, yeah. Well, right. Yeah.
They couldn't afford it.
Buddy, I got to tell you, you're not going to believe the number.
Yeah. Do you guys, Jimmy knows the number.
I do know the number, yes.
Take a guess, Jack. Just take a guess.
I'll go 8 mil.
All right. Good start.
15 mil.
$22 million. $22 million.
Unnoticed for a little bit.
Yeah, by exploiting the organization's virtual credit card program. $22 million, which he then allegedly used to buy a Tesla, NFTs, and lavish vacations, among other things.
Time out. This reminds me, Superman 3 with Richard Pryor, where he just took the change off of everyone's paycheck.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is brilliant. We will never catch him as long as he just doesn't out himself. And they show him pulling up in like a Ferrari.
Right.
It's like, let's look into that guy.
Well, the Jaguars confirmed Patel was fired in February, and he's charged with 1 count each of wire fraud and illegal monetary transactions.
Get him, Con.
Exactly.
That's why they don't have a new stadium, by the way. One of the reasons.
All right. A wrong-way driver fleeing police is blamed for a deadly crash on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. And this is just another one of those accidents that just makes you wonder why the perpetrators of these heinous crimes are never the ones that get killed in the accident. It's always just, some victim who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Florida Highway Patrol says Liasvani Arias Roman was being pursued in a stolen Mustang Wednesday night when he rammed a Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office patrol car, and then decided to ram an FHP vehicle. While going the wrong way on the Skyway Bridge, he crashed into an Uber minivan, killing the rideshare driver and a 52-year-old passenger. The 22-year-old Hialeah man suffered serious injuries and faces multiple charges, including felony murder and vehicular homicide. 2 other passengers in the Uber, a 51-year-old woman and a 24-year-old man, all of them visiting from Ohio, and a trooper were also hurt.
Yeah.
All right, Seminole County is tracking an unusually high number of mosquitoes this month. Not normally something you hear about in December.
Mosquitoes.
Well, yeah, officials are blaming the downpours and warm temperatures from this past weekend. The local mosquito control says it's received more than 300 work orders to spray this week. The weather is also controlling when they work, right? Because it gets warm, it gets rainy, but then it gets cold. Now, and you may not know this, Jimmy, but crews can't go out and spray for mosquitoes if the temperature drops below 50 degrees. The county is reminding residents do your part by getting rid of standing water and to put on bug repellent to keep those skeeters away.
Skeeters.
All right, a Central Florida wildlife theme park is welcoming an extremely rare alligator. Gatorland says a leucistic white alligator was recently born inside the Orange County Preserve, making it one of only 8 in the world.
Damn.
Now, unlike albino alligators, a leucistic animal often have patches of normal coloration on their skin, and they also have blue eyes instead of pink eyes.
Oh, I bet they get picked on all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
The park is asking for the public's help in naming the female gator and her brother. People can submit their suggestions on Gatorland's Facebook page. Get over there and do that.
Snow, not because of the climate, but because of the rapper.
I like it.
All right, the Tampa Bay Rays. They're not going to change their name. Team President Brian Auld made that declaration during a Pinellas County Commission work session earlier today. Now, officials were receiving an update about a more than $1 billion plan to build a new ballpark exactly where it's at and redevelop the surrounding historic gas plant district. Now, the city council is expected to vote on whether to change the team's name next week after council member Gina Driscoll suggested, hey, you should call it the St. Petersburg Rays.
The St. Pete Rays?
Because that's where you play.
Yeah.
Now, besides Auld, Mayor Ken Welch has also shown opposition toward the idea.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care what you do with your stadium or arena, just no taxpayer money.
Yeah, follow the lead of the city, right?
Yeah.
And they might be the only one.
Yeah, exactly.
Thousands of stadiums. They might be the only one.
Exactly.
And then we can now, if they say Pete Rays, and then we'll talk about these New York Jets and Giants.
My God. Or all the teams in L.A.
How about the Fort Lauderdale, because their soccer team doesn't play in Miami. So, you know.
Spread the word. Hate that team.
The Jewish holiday known as the Festival of Lights begins tonight at sunset. Hanukkah runs for 8 crazy days and 8 crazy nights. The holiday celebrates the rededication of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem after the Maccabees led a small band of Jews against one of the world's strongest armies. Now, as the story is told, they only had enough oil to last 1 day, but instead it lasted for 8 days and 8 nights. So the Hanukkah tradition calls for lighting a candle on the menorah at sundown for 8 straight nights.
There you go.
And the middle candle is lit for the non-Jew, who is always the first one who I was told that would go to light at the temple.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, to keep watch over it until...
I'll be damned.
That's awkward for the non-Jew. Like, you guys, I don't think I deserve the big middle one.
What are you guys doing tonight? Oh, s'mores.
A Tampa woman's show of support for a Jewish friend is now a viral trend on social media. Jennifer Marshall is the woman behind Project Menorah. So she was talking last month to a Jewish friend out in California who said he was worried about putting up a menorah display this year. I have several friends who feel that way about menorahs or mezuzahs outside their front door because they don't want anyone to know. I just think that's
sad.
It's
terribly sad.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
You have to hide.
It's horrible. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So he says he has a massive historic spike. Because of that massive historic spike in anti-Semitism, it's made him nervous to, kind of feel like he's putting a target on his family. So Marshall told him, hey, I'll put a menorah display in my window, even though I'm not Jewish, as a sign of solidarity. So when she posted about it online, others decided to do the same, and Project Menorah was born. Marshall tells News Channel 8 everyone should be able to celebrate Hanukkah or whatever your holiday celebration is without reservations or fears. And as we celebrate the holidays, of course, one we're going to be talking about is the New Year. And we all, especially Jimmy, anxiously await to see what the Pantone Color Institute.
I do look forward to this.
I do too. Well, because everything from clothing to makeup, I mean, it's amazing how much like home colors, home decor.
I don't know why. It's
Let's take a shot.
Ever since we started talking about this, I've always been very invested on the color of the year.
Well,
and it's been a couple of years, but I don't notice it. You'd have to point it out that it actually means something, like it shows up somewhere.
No, it does. Where
it
you
means
see
a
it,
lot.
where you see it is if you go to like furniture stores or home decor stores, you'll see the colors morphed into and paired with other colors that are the color of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that because my wife picked one year because it was her color.
It was the green.
And it turned, no, it was
gray.
It's a gray. It was called pewter gray.
That worked well with green.
Right. And it just so happened that year where she said, I like this color, turned out being really close to the color of the year. So we've been a little invested.
Well, the Pantone Color Institute reveals the color it thinks will define 2024.
I'm going to go with cool blue.
All right.
Blue is a tempering color. I think cool blue.
Yeah, I like Russian blue.
Russian blue.
Dude, you guys aren't naming it right. They never say like the actual basic primary color. It's always like crimson grape.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm going with crimson grape.
Crimson grape, cool blue, Russian blue.
Yeah, cool blue is literally a Gatorade flavor.
Okay.
Go back to the GTA 6 trailer that we watched, that real Miami Vice, that real Miami vibe.
Teal?
Peach Fuzz.
Peach Fuzz
has been chosen as the 2024 color of the year. The hue is described by Pantone as, quote, a velvety, gentle peach whose all-embracing spirit enriches mind, body, and soul.
Why don't you just say the color of the year is Ross?
Yeah.
This is
I looked it up. It's me. My headshot.
Exactly.
This is the 25th anniversary of Pantone choosing a color of the year. Last December, Pantone named Viva Magenta as 2023's color of the year, closer to what Ross said, his scarlet grape.
Yeah.
Crimson
grape, which is a reddish grape.
Yeah. It's like a blood grape.
Yeah, like a purple grape.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, you all now are all officially woke.
Thanks, Deb. Appreciate that very much. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Frogger's football forecast is next. Let's make our picks.
Video. It is.
Try it with Angel. Try it with Angel.
What?
You know what?
So uncomfortable.
I want to let you know. I appreciate a lot of things that you do. I love you, man.
That's all you got. I got goosebumps. See?
The monsters.
Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today right around 70 degrees. So we stay below seasonal, but hey, at least it's going to be sunny outside. Bit of a light breeze out of the northeast this afternoon. Wake up temperatures tomorrow will slowly be warming, and that warming trend continues into your weekend. Highs near 80 degrees Saturday and Sunday before rain and thunderstorm chances on the rise Sunday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter to Miami's best beaches and resorts with Brightline's new train service to South Florida. Enjoy spacious seats, free Wi-Fi, and hourly departures from Orlando with stops in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. Groups of 4 or more save 25%. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
This time of year, you certainly want to see all these beautiful sights, these beautiful lights. You want them crystal clear. You can have that. If you don't have it now, for sure, or you wear contacts or glasses, the Filatowski Eye Institute is ready for you, and they're ready with Smile LASIK. Guys, that is the latest state-of-the-art LASIK tech. We're talking minimally invasive, fast recovery times. Most people, including my son and my father-in-law, were back to work the very next day, but it wasn't the same. Crystal clear vision, much better life, and you can have the same thing. Just text 1041 to 868686. Schedule that appointment today. Find out what these guys can do for you. Very easy. This is a painless surgery. It only takes a few minutes, but what we'll do for your life is simply amazing. Plus, they have 24-month interest-free financing as well. Again, to make your appointment, it couldn't be easier. Simply text 1041 to 868686 and let the Filatowski Eye Institute get you started on a path to better vision today.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD, and notice vision changes? Don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Get ready for excitement at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Progressive jackpots are live. Just a $1 bet could win you tens of thousands. Join us December 14th for the GAPT 100K Guaranteed Poker Tournament. Your shot at poker glory. But there's more. Make New Year's Day legendary with our $18,000 Quadzilla starting at 11 a.m. Win big cash every hour with monster quads. If it doesn't hit, the winnings roll over, creating even bigger jackpots. Visit Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Follow us on Facebook or X for the latest info.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Explore the heart of Lake Mary at Park Jewelers, your family-owned destination for fine jewelry. Park Jewelers delivers unparalleled customer service and an exceptional selection of fine jewelry and gemstones. Let us assist you in finding the perfect engagement ring, or choose from our gorgeous selection of diamond and gemstone jewelry for any occasion. With on-site jewelers for repairs and custom designs, we're here for you every step of the way. Visit myparkjewelers.com and become a part of our valued family today.
Tis the season of holiday gatherings. Light up everyone with a box of a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. From sprinkled and powdered to frosting galore, you'll have everyone's fave in one festive box, including yours. Save time and order ahead in the app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Four of those locations here in Central Florida. Plus, they have some cool stuff happening at the one in Oviedo we'll tell you about in a couple seconds. Here's the deal, guys. We're going to make our picks, or a few of those. We'll go over them today. And then next Tuesday, we'll ask 4 people to hop on the line. We'll give out a $25 gift card to the person who chooses which member of the show had the best week in the NFL picks. No spreads involved here. It's just straight up. And we want to, again, thank guys over at Froggers for making this happen. What's that thing they have going, by the way? That's something cool going on.
It's Toys for Tots. They're collecting for Toys and Tots at the Oviedo location, and that's going through tomorrow because from 4 to 8 tomorrow at the Oviedo Froggers, they're teaming up with Quad A Army Aviation Association of America, and they do this every year. You know, they've been doing this since the early 90s. They've been open since the late 80s.
Oh, yeah, buddy. They've been doing it a while, man.
Locally owned, 4 area locations. They do a great job. Matter of fact, that's Oviedo collecting toys, new unwrapped toys You can go today. You can go tomorrow. That party is from 4 to 8 tomorrow. So feel free to join them there. Shout out to the Altamont location because Tom and Carl prepared our food today.
Nice.
That we got to eat.
Oh.
So appreciate that. But 4 area locations. Go to Froggers.com. Find the one near you.
They took that pork sandwich I like so much and they made it twice as good by giving me twice as much pork.
Yeah, there you go.
Freaking delicious. Their wings are great. That blue cheese and ranch in-house made, so good. And it really does add a lot to the flavor of the dish and everything that's happening there. Fried pickles, they do a great job at it. Look, it's good.
Don't sleep on that pizza.
Yeah, or the pierogies.
Oh, the pizza's awesome. The pierogies are really good.
Pierogies changed the way we make pierogies at home.
Did they really?
Yeah, when instead of just boiling them, they saute them, but also with onions and stuff.
Yeah.
So much more flavor.
Oh, yeah. They do a good job over there. Thanks, Froggers. We appreciate that. All right, let's get to it. Let's do a couple of these picks. We're not going to even worry about the game tonight. This is genuinely going to be one of the worst NFL football games available.
You don't know that.
I do know that, and here's how I know. For, I believe, the third time only ever since Vegas has been laying odds on NFL games, they have a game at the over and under being under 30 points. In other words, they believe that it's going to be like 17-12 or something even worse than that. That's how bad these teams are. So,
Which checks out because the Steelers points per game 16, New England points per game 12.3.
There you go.
That is ugly.
Easy as it gets. Let's move to some of these Florida games. Jacksonville versus Cleveland. In Cleveland, no Trevor Lawrence, more than likely, which is changing the odds a lot.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Browns.
Man, I'm
Jags
not.
let me down last week.
I'm going with the Jags.
Who's your
I
quarterback?
am. It's that Breathitt guy.
Oh.
Yeah, but he looked good. So I'm going to go ahead and go with him. He's been in the league a while, or is that the guy Browning? No, it's this guy. He's been in the league a while. Okay player. Actually didn't have a bad game after Trevor got hurt. I don't know that Cleveland's all that good. I know their defense is really good, though. So
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Are you taking Cleveland as well?
Yeah, I'm taking Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah.
God dang it, man. Okay. Listen, I'm going to be on that plank, I guess. This is the only way I have to win now. I'm dead in the overall, so I just have to try to win weeks, and that's what you have to do. So Tampa, Atlanta, in Atlanta. This is a battle of the horrible NFC South. Again, I think that kid they have at quarterback's playing okay. For Atlanta, so I'm going with Atlanta.
I'm going Atlanta. I'm home field advantage for that.
Yeah, Tampa just looks terrible. They can't put it together.
Both of those teams don't look great, and that's exactly why I'm going with Tampa. This is my biggest Pirate plank pick of the week. It's a divisional game. Divisional games are always like coin flips to me.
Right.
When I saw an opportunity, I see not a lot of people going with Tampa. I'm going with Tampa.
Yeah, okay. And it's interesting, though, because there are a number of games like this, and we'll go over to the other ones when we get to this. But the Monday night game is Miami, Tennessee.
Well, who does Deb like in the Tampa Atlanta game?
Yeah, by the way, who do you like? I'm sorry.
Oh, I took Atlanta.
Did you really? Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I did.
Now, here's why I think this game is going to be pivotal and going to be very interesting. A couple weeks ago, we had a tie because the two people who won had the same exact point spread. They picked 35 points. It actually caused me to lose. I picked 38. I was right there with the same amount of picks correct.
Yeah, that was great.
But the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Here's what makes this interesting. Miami scores a lot of points, and Tennessee doesn't. So finding the over and under is going to be very interesting this week on that Miami game, which could be a deal breaker going into this week. Who do you guys have? Miami, obviously, right? In Miami?
Yeah, and in our pool, 99% Miami.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be Miami.
Let's go to some of the other important games. Buffalo, Kansas City, in Kansas City.
This is an interesting one.
It really is.
So Kansas City's coming off of the loss. These teams always battle. Buffalo played their hearts out, almost had Philadelphia.
Yeah, they should have won.
And then ended up losing that game. And their season is just slipping away. And everyone was saying this is their year. But I'm going Buffalo because of that.
Really?
Even though it's in Kansas City?
Well, Kansas City has some holes in their team. I mean, they really do.
Wide receiver?
Yeah. They have some
and
problems.
The other wide receiver? And the slot receiver?
Kansas City, 2 running backs on the injury report. We're talking Isaiah Pacheco, who is a stud. If you look over at Buffalo, no one on the injury report.
Right, I was going to say, they're getting very healthy.
And which team needs this win more?
Buffalo does.
That's why I'm going Buffalo.
In Kansas City, one of the toughest stadiums to win in all the NFL, though.
This is their Super Bowl this week.
All right, so I have Kansas City there. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes, although I that's one that can flip because I agree. That injury report is a big deal. Buffalo looks like they're getting healthy. And Kansas City's going the other way. I think their at home is going to be reduced from maybe 3 points to maybe 1.5 too.
What do we know about? Is Taylor Swift going to be there?
Shut up. I'm not sure.
It matters.
Right now, the spread is Kansas City -1.5.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Chiefs are favorite, but that's a coin flip.
Okay, I need you guys' help with the next two games after that: the Broncos, Chargers, and the Eagles, Cowboys. Because the stats with the people in our team aren't helping out real good.
And I got to tell you, it's Chargers at home. I never bet these guys because it is the hardest team to bet in the NFL. I'm going to go Broncos, coming off a pretty tough loss.
I went Broncos for the same reason.
Yeah, coming off a tough loss.
Yeah.
That game could have gone either way. Some bad calls,
and they've been playing a lot better.
A lot of good football.
A lot of good football.
Next game, I guess it's just a matter of if I hate the Cowboys less than the Eagles.
Now, this is the other huge game besides Buffalo and Kansas City, I think, because this is
a long rivalry.
NFC East, long rivalry. These teams hate each other, at least they used to. But you have Cowboys are definitely in a wild card spot, but Eagles have the division with only 2 losses. I picked the Eagles to win
in Dallas.
I'm going Dallas. Dallas is unreal this season at home.
Yeah,
they're putting up 4,200 points a game at home.
Right. Yeah, I'm going Dallas at home as well. Deb?
Dallas.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, out on the plank, Jack.
Also,
I need to separate myself from you losers.
Another plank walk that I have against you guys. I'm going with the Chargers. Going back to the Denver Chargers game, I'm going Chargers.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about Colts Bengals?
Never bet the Chargers. Well, that kid for the Bengals actually looked very good. That's actually a pretty because it's Gardner Minshew against the backup.
It's backup.
He's a backup.
And the backup, it's backup versus backup.
But Jimmy, I was watching Inside the NFL last night, and they say Gardner Minshew doesn't see himself as a backup. So therefore, edge Colts.
Well, he did start at one point in the NFL.
He did.
God, Manny, where do you go there? Hold on, let me look at this.
It's a break, I believe.
I'm going to take the Bengals there. At home, I'm going to take the Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, there you go. All right, very good. We have our picks. We have some. They could change, but we will next Tuesday go back over those. You guys get an opportunity to get a $25 gift card for our friends over at Frogger's Grill and Bar. 4 locations in Central Florida. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Yes.
And real quick, when we are away for the holiday break, we will continue. We will have our picks. We will update them. They will air during our show, and we will also have a chance for you to win that $25 Frogger's gift card.
Cool.
We are not breaking from that. We're going to continue that the rest of the year.
Very nice. All right, date night done right. Up next with our friend Danny Myring.
It's a Real Radio sports special this Sunday when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Atlanta to face the Falcons. Coverage starts at noon on Real Radio 104.1.
Delays continue on I-4 in the Orlando area this afternoon as you travel east and westbound between the Greenway and the 429, as well as between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. No problems at this time, north or southbound for those taking Florida's Turnpike. Traffic looks great for those on the Beach Line and on the Greenway. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the money today guarantee. They're playing cha-chingle bells at Jackson Hewitt. Starting December 11th, get a holiday loan for up to $1,000. Visit jacksonhewitt.com. Early refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Man, who wouldn't love a brand new bathroom in their house? You know, if you're like me, when my first house was built, when I moved into my first house, I knew there was a problem with my guest bathroom, and that kept me from having really special moments at my house. We always wound up at somebody else's house, the in-laws, the brothers, the sisters, whatever the case may be, and I hated it more than anything, and finally did get my bathroom refinished. But let me tell you, man, if you do have one of those, my friends over at Rebath can really take good care of you there. They have everything you need, plus a design team to help you with ideas as well. And their showroom can give you an idea what you're looking at. 436 up in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. And you walk in and see some models set up. Just know those models are there to show you what the bathroom products look like. Those aren't the models. Every bathroom from Rebath is a custom bathroom. You sit down with your space, your ideas. But a Rebath comes with their design team and their products. And in the middle, you guys meet and build this beautiful bathroom you'll love for many, many years. Hop on board, look at the before and afters, and then choose Rebath to build the bathroom of your dreams. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
You should be able to earn money with your money and with more control. Solo Funds makes it simple. With the Solo Funds app, you lend money to other members to help them replace a tire or cover an emergency expense, and they pay you back with a tip. It's a win-win. Plus, you control which loans you fund and when you fund them, so you can make a difference and a return. Join us at solofunds.com.
And you're looking for a place to check out football tonight? How about Wing House Bar and Grill? Those guys are awesome. Plenty of TVs to go around, plus famous wings, delicious burgers, ice cold beer. Got those Big Daddy 22 ounces, plus one of the best happy hours out there, Monday through Friday from 11 till 7. And then they reboot it from 10 until close. That's $3.50 domestic drafts. It's Wing House. Good food, beautifully served.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. I'm all betting inside your head. Oh, it's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, creators! It's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hype app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL1067 on Insta.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
With so many mesothelioma lawyers, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and here's my advice to you. Do your research. Results matter. Reputation matters. Last year alone, our team recovered over $1 billion for our clients. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited.
Call 800-602-2200. That's 800-602-2200. Call now.
Let me tell you a story. I had a client who got injured. He only asked for the insurance company to cover his rent for 3 months. They said no. We ended up getting him $325,000. Just call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys. Prospective client may not obtain the same similar results.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Frogger's Grill and Bar. We've got your sport fix covered.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us easily at 77031. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Thursday here in Central Florida. As good as it gets out there.
It really is. Perfect.
I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack is here.
Hi there.
Ross is as well. What's up? Let's do Date Night Done Right. Give it up good loud for our friend Danny Meyering. Yes. Here, courtesy of Orlando Date Night Guide, OrlandoDateNightGuide.com. Danny, how you doing?
Wonderful.
How are you really?
Yeah, I am so great, and I think I'm gonna maybe try hitting.
You're great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing all right?
It's a funky day, and I'm just I'm rolling with it. I'm a little bit of a hot mess. I don't have
I went to there's a new fireworks show at Epcot, and so they debuted that on Tuesday, and I took a different bag. Deb might know how this is.
Oh no!
All my regular stuff's in a different bag that is not with me today.
Listen,
and it's like
that will wreck everything.
I got here one day and realized that I forgot my cell phone.
Oh,
I pulled up here at 12:40 or so. It's 40 minutes to my house and 40 minutes back. What do you think Jim did? I loaded right back up and drove right back to Geneva, got my phone, and, come back in. And really didn't even need it throughout the day. It's just I'm so used to having it that I can't go without it. So I get it. My wife does the same thing.
You went to a fireworks demonstration today?
Tuesday.
Oh, at least at night?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, in the daytime, I'm like,
I'm telling you, dude, there's a market, daytime fireworks.
Is it a new choreographed show from the guys?
Yeah. So it's the new fireworks at Epcot, which Epcot's been going through a lot, man. It's been like in therapy for like the past couple of years. So if anyone's been to Epcot lately, in the center of the park, walls have been up for 4 years, these construction walls, because they were completely redoing the center of the park. So that debuted on Tuesday, as well as a new fireworks demonstration called Luminous, the Symphony of Us.
Nice. How did the changes look? I mean, is it stereotypical Disney perfection?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I'm a Disney fan, so I am their demographic, and I am also a mushball. So it was like checking all the marks for me. There's a new Walt Disney statue that you can sit down next to and do a little photo op. I mean, I ate that stuff up.
Oh, you like that? Really? When did you become that person?
I'm pretty sure like when I came out the womb, it was like, here's some mouse ears, here's a pixie dust wand, voila, you're a Disney fan.
We have a couple of them in the building, and we're all like, wow, yeah. You know them?
No, I just, I roll my eyes at myself, like, I'm just,
there was a national story about 40-year-old, and I don't know how you're old, I'm just saying that, 40-year-old Disney fans in Florida. There was I forget who, it was somebody like Vice or something like that, and there was this big article about the fandom of Disney outside of kids, because of course everybody says, well, it's all for the kids, it's the kids, and like if you're a Central Floridian, you understand there is a gigantic faction of our community that are obsessed with Disney, and they're well out of childhood.
Right. Absolutely. I'm not like, there's some people that it is their life, their entire life. I'm not to that level.
I will tell you where the level of the person that works here is, and she knows who she is. I remember when the 50th came around. Was it last year, right? The 50th anniversary or something? And it was a big deal. All these, all this, everybody was making plans. It was all over social media. And I walked over and said, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing for the 50th? Anything special? And she knew exactly what I was talking about. She goes, this is how big of a fan she is. She goes, no, that's for the Rooks.
The bandwagon fans.
100% that's for the rookies. I'll let them have that. I get all the other special stuff. So, what's happening this weekend? I can only imagine as we near Christmas.
Not much,
but things may be tightening up a little bit, because as you get closer, it starts to wane a little bit. Is it still very busy out there?
It is very busy. There's a good mix this weekend, and we're going to cover like the entire territory of Orlando. So
let's get to it.
I'll see if I can get into it. So over in Winter Park, actually a couple new restaurants have opened, of course, in Orlando. And so we did update our new restaurant guide at OrlandoDateNightGuide.com. And one of those places that we included is the Flutes Champagne Bar, which is at the Winter Park Village. It's very sexy, and it's very nouveau Winter Park, I like to call it. They had like a saxophone player. One night they had a DJ. So it's like,
I like that.
Yeah, it's nouveau Winter Park. And if you haven't been by Winter Park Village, they've been working on this project for years. It's looking pretty awesome.
That's an interesting piece of property. It really is, because Park Ave still is the king, and I know that they tried to kind of bring it back off Park Ave to offer some stuff. Brio was in there for years, and for years it was kind of hot. Then it kind of cooled back off when Brio started losing its shine, and the theater kind of started having problems because of COVID. It was kind of weird. Cheesecake Factory went in there. That's still very busy, but everything tried to make it inside of there, and it's been a real struggle for some people.
It has, yeah.
And so it's kind of good. I'll tell you the one Orlando has really missed for a while. They've missed an after dinner spot that isn't a club in this city for many, many years.
That's a good point.
Somebody like me that after dinner would like to go and listen to some music, maybe have a cocktail or something, but I don't want to be inundated with people or loud music or kids or anything like that.
Yeah.
So when I saw that place open, I was like, that actually may do quite well in Orlando, because there's an audience for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my husband and I actually last night we were at Winter Park Village again, and we went to Bar Italia. We saw a movie, and then we went to Jenny's Ice Cream afterwards. It's a perfect little
Nice.
itinerary
That's
right
perfect
there.
date night. Yeah.
So on a completely different topic, tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Here I go. I'm going to butcher it again. Krushbrau Park in Kissimmee. It is a German themed outdoor space in Kissimmee. They are doing a Krampus mystery escape dinner. Find the missing children.
Oh,
Nice.
coming in hot.
Damn.
Checks out. It's part of his lore. It's part of his lore.
It's Krampus Orphan Search.
Right. So this is, I will read it verbatim, a 2-hour immersive escape game and dining experience designed exclusively for mature audiences. And it is $40,
Oh, wow.
which is not bad.
not
So you
bad.
bring your kids and then hope you can find
You
them.
know,
or
That's an interesting childcare
Right.
situation.
Many people are very interested in, for the record. Ross had mentioned he thought the Krampus idea thing was going to blow up because they did a Krampus thing this past weekend in the Milk, and he said it was packed. Today, I read a gigantic story, USA Today, about the Krampus thing being like a new thing for Christmas that's sweeping the nation. Like they're thinking of a new way to party or turn Christmas into an adult party, and this Krampus thing seems to be the thing they're leaning on.
Because you know what Christmas needs? More DUIs. So we need to celebrate, the dark magic that is drinking too much alcohol.
So to indicate how Krampus has taken over back at Epcot earlier this week, there was like a whole group of people dressed as Krampus drinking around the world.
I was
So
going to say
now you know
that's the only time you will ever see Krampus on Disney property.
Well, you never say never. They may try to find a way to to make that money. So then again, on the other side of the spectrum is Epicurious Sip and Savor. This is on Saturday at the Signia by Hilton Orlando Bonnet Creek.
That's a lot.
It sure is.
That's a whole bunch.
And it was named something else previously, and there's some blog posts of ours that had the old name for a while, and so I kept getting emails about the new name, and I'm just like, yes, sorry, let me type out your 7-word title on here.
Acronyms.
So this experience, the Epicurious Sip and Savor, is on Saturday, 6 to 10 p.m. This puppy is a $275 per person ticket.
Good Lord.
It is one of those unlimited tasting scenarios, including a couple of spirits. So there's 35 different tasting options, and those will be and 9 pop-up bars. So another one where if you just want to get completely stuffed and sloshed and then book a room and walk back to your room,
you're set.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And then something a lot more affordable, the Florida Pint Day is also on Saturday at noon at Ivanhoe Park Brewing. So for $10, you will get an exclusive Florida-inspired pint glass and get to enjoy a beer of your choice from the available options. So $10, you get the beer, you get the Florida-themed pint glass, which I saw some pictures on Instagram, totally up my alley, like, alligator beer situation. Looks a lot of fun. And let's see, last thing to mention for Saturday is the Sanford Parade of Lights. So this is a nighttime Christmas parade. Everything's covered in lights, all the floats and everything. But it's mostly a golf cart parade. Like they don't call it a golf cart parade, but we went last year and it was like all of probably nobody was in their house because you were either watching the parade or you were driving your little lighted golf cart down First Avenue.
Don't say little. That's demeaning. They take it very seriously.
That's true. It's like calling a cruise ship a boat. That's
right.
fair.
No one
little, these are rolling on 6s.
Yeah.
Fair point. Very fair point. Also, this is the weekend for boat parades, another Florida thing I love. So there are 3 different boat parades happening this Saturday. All 3 of them start at 6 o'clock. There is one in DeLand, there is one in Winter Park, and another on Lake Fairview. So those are looking like a lot of fun. Go pack your own cooler, sit along the shore of the water, and watch them boats go by. Back in Sanford on Sunday is the Sanford Food Truck Fiesta, which is something they do regularly. However, on Sunday from 1 to 6 o'clock, it is a holiday version of this food truck fiesta. So they're going to have 40 different food trucks. That's a lot. and a ton of holiday-themed artisans and vendors. So you can do some shopping, and it's pet and family-friendly, and it's free.
Nice.
Final item on the list is Hollerbacks is having, this is on Wednesday, December 13th. So we're in Sanford. Wednesday, December 13th at 6 o'clock, Hollerbacks is doing Chef Nights Holiday Feast.
Okay.
This is $100 per person, and it's a 5-course meal with beverage pairing.
Damn.
That is a darn good value.
Yeah, it is.
And the reason why they call it Chef Nights is they hold it in their Nights Hall, which is their private dining space inside Hollerbacks. So that's really unique and a darn good deal at $100 per person. And then another place that does kind of like these culinary meals that we went to is called the Shade House in Apopka.
All right.
So I don't know if you guys have been to Three Odd Guys Brewing in Apopka or the Propagate Social House. It's all in the same strip in downtown historic Apopka area, which has really started to blow up. And so the Shade House is built along the side of it, and it's an outside bar. It's gorgeous. It's decorated for Christmas right now.
Where is this in Apopka?
Gosh, now I wish I could remember this. It's off of Main Street.
Oh,
like
I got
the
you.
main
Yeah, gotcha. Right downtown. Gotcha.
So Three Odd Guys Brewing is there, and it's from the same folks as Propagate Social House, which is a coffee house that also does like plants and stuff if you're a plant mom. And then they built this outdoor bar, and it's a full service, full cocktail bar. They have craft beer. They do live music. So we stopped by there a couple of weeks ago. It's really, really cool. And then they also do a couple of like those paired dinners and stuff.
Very
so
nice.
Good place to check out and put on your list because we've certainly put it on a lot of our lists.
Very good.
And then if you haven't picked up your Christmas tree, if you're a live Christmas tree type person, of course, there's, the standard lots all around town. But the Shade House does have their own little Christmas lot, which is really cute, Christmas tree lot, which is really cute. And then Santa's Farm out in Eustis, you can cut your own tree, which is one of our favorite traditions. And they have themed drinks out there as well. So
nice.
Lots of ways to have a good time.
Well,
this
there's
time of year.
a lot.
Yeah, it sure is.
Well, thank you very much for coming by. We appreciate that. Remember, if you missed any of this, JimColbertLive.com. It'll be on the podcast under the goods, or you can just go to OrlandoDateNightGuide.com as well. Everything plus a lot of other stuff is there as well. Thanks, Danny. Always good seeing you.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck for Danny Murray. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Date Night Done Right, featuring Danny Meyering of Orlando Date Night Guide, is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Buying or refinancing a home can be worrisome enough, but doing it without the best people on your team can make it feel almost impossible. But it doesn't need to feel that way. Put that mortgage guy, Don, on your team and let him show you the broker difference. Already have a quote for your loan or refinance? Go to thatmortgageguy.com, where Don will interpret it for you, tell you how much you're actually paying for your loan, and let you know if you can get a better deal. It really is peace of mind at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Delays continue on I-4 in the Orlando area this afternoon as you travel east and westbound between the Greenway and the 429, as well as between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. No problems at this time, north or southbound for those taking Florida's Turnpike. Traffic looks great for those on the Beach Line and on the Greenway. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the money today guarantee. They're playing cha-chingle bells at Jackson Hewitt. Starting December 11th, get a holiday loan for up to $1,000. Visit jacksonhewitt.com. Early refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Tools Ace Hardware has all the holiday gifts you need for everybody on your list. They have the perfect gifts for the best brands and grills. Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, all free with assembly and delivery on purchases $3.99 and up. Not to mention power tools and accessories from Milwaukee and DeWalt, outdoor power equipment from Steel and Ego, plus stocking stuffers from Yeti and Costa Del Mar, plus tons of other stuff for any DIY fan in your house. Visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations, or easy, shop online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
My name is John Clay Wolf. I'm the CEO of Give Me the GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, and I love to buy cars. We just buy them all. Been doing it for 30 years. Look at the reviews online for Give Me the VIN. You'll be shocked how much our customers love us. This holiday season, we'd love to do business with you at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell after concern. So easy you can do it in your
You know, the holidays have arrived, and I'm here to take some stress away when it comes to buying something special for that someone special in your life. It's easy. Just go to Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Lee Road in Orlando. Rita Later and their team have been friends of mine for 20-plus years. It's where I go for all of my jewelry. The wedding ring that is on my wife's hand was designed by these guys. Every major gift I've ever purchased for jewelry over the last 25 years has come from Goldsmith. They've been doing it for 37 years, and nobody does it better. You will never, ever, ever get better personal service than you get at Goldsmith Jewelry. It's just that simple, and they have everything you want. Diamond studs, tennis bracelets, necklaces, fashion rings, loose diamonds, and even designer names as well. Something for every budget. Best quality for the lowest prices. Fast free shipping as well. It's Goldsmith Jewelry, 1212 Lee Road, or find them online at goldsmithjewelry.com.
Make your money go farther this holiday at International Diamond Center. We've got the price relief you deserve and 0% interest financing for 48 months, 4 whole years. That's right. Now through December 12th, you can spread your payments over 4 years with 0 finance charges, so you can make the most of this special time of year. How about a $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings for just $84 a month? You can even finance the sales tax. Where else in America can you get a finance rate of 0.0%? IDC makes it happen. Also, take advantage of lower prices on thousands of exquisite pieces of jewelry. Rings, earrings, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. How about a $6,000 Diamond Eternity band or pendant and pay just $125 a month? 0 interest. Ask about special offers on luxury pre-owned Rolex watches, too. Make it a Christmas to remember with something special, something timeless, and something meaningful. From International Diamond Center. Get fantastic savings and 4 years 0 interest financing now through December 12th. International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on Proof Credit.
During the wrap-up-the-year sales event at your Ram dealer, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 excluding TRX, Ram 2500, and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, Laramie Crew Cab, and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 1-2.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Get ready for excitement at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Progressive jackpots are live. Just a $1 bet could win you tens of thousands. Join us December 14th for the GAPT 100K Guaranteed Poker Tournament. Your shot at poker glory. But there's more. Make New Year's Day legendary with our $18,000 Quadzilla. Starting at 11 a.m. Win big cash every hour with monster quads. If it doesn't hit, the winnings roll over, creating even bigger jackpots. Visit Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Follow us on Facebook or X for the latest info.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trenley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trenley Kramer, TK Law, one firm for life.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Here on Real Radio 104.1. Hi, I'm Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
So is Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Colbert Court coming up in just a few minutes.
How does a man get his voice this high?
I think he was faking.
The story behind the falsetto is actually very, very interesting. Have you guys ever heard it?
No.
I did watch it. The documentary on HBO. It's fantastic.
It
the
is
documentary.
incredible, actually. The guy's one of the most successful songwriters in the history of recorded music, by the way, Barry Gibb. He and his brothers were a force in music and very respected as well. That's one thing you learn is that you think the Bee Gees, it's disco for the most part, kind of a clown show kind of thing. Not even close. Like highly respected.
Barry Gibb was the hot one, right?
He was the one with the big
question. Trap question.
That's the hot one.
Yeah, because that one brother Robin was.
Yeah.
Well, he was best out of the three, but Andy Gibb was really.
There we go.
He was the cute.
He was the pretty one.
He was the one that got to be with Victoria Principal, right?
That guy snorted so much coke his teeth fell out. I think it was weird.
Yeah, but he's still beautiful.
Yeah. Well,
Call him gummy.
Yeah. But I guess he started singing this falsetto during the recording of Saturday Night Fever. He did it. I want to say he did it like as not a clown thing, but he was just trying to get up there. And the producers heard it and they said, "That's great. Do more of that." And then, once he did it and they heard how well it blended in with the harmonies, he said, I think the quote was, "That's all they wanted." Because he didn't sing like that before the disco years. Because the Bee Gees were around for years before the Saturday Night Fever thing hit. And they were doing like folk songs almost.
Yep.
And now you see John Travolta doing Saturday Night Fever dressed as Santa Claus.
Exactly. Oh,
We've come full circle.
It's actually, I enjoy it. That's a funny commercial.
Who's it for?
That's a great point.
It's for Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Yeah. Good one.
God, the Christmas commercials used to be so good. And I mean, outside of Publix, who makes good Christmas commercials anymore?
No.
Like heartfelt ones.
Publix makes great heartfelt commercials for any occasion.
I know, but for Christmas, they turn it up.
How about the little dog one now, right?
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Have you guys seen the new Publix one with the little dog who gets left outside?
Come on.
As the family is gathering for the holiday meal, and the baby in the high chair is the one who saves the day.
I am proud to say, I'm never gonna be into any trendy commercial in the sense of not that I don't have commercials. I haven't had cable in years.
Oh yeah.
So when you guys quote Publix commercials, I'm like,
well, I mean,
not everyone steals their television. Ross.
I mean, if you have a streaming service,
I just don't have cable.
So how do you watch television, or do you?
Well, he doesn't watch live TV.
No, you don't watch live TV at all.
Well, that's the thing. I am, but it's all sports.
Oh yeah, I mean, you probably won't get any public stuff. I mean, but even then, if you're watching ESPN, it has commercials.
There's no ESPN.
Oh wow, okay. Where do you watch sports? Just soccer games?
Yeah, soccer games. You're talking Peacock.
Yeah.
You're
That's
talking
wild.
Paramount Plus.
So you watch no network television? I mean, no TV at all. That's wild.
Paramount Plus is commercials. Hulu has commercials.
Yeah.
But if you're watching sports broadcasts, I mean, I guess it could. I don't know.
I have no Hulu.
Yeah, no Hulu.
And then the one way that I could run into a commercial is like every now and then when you're desperate, you gotta go into the dark parts.
And the dark parts are?
Well, I'm not gonna say
he's stealing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There you go.
It's more of a borrow. I'm not downloading it. I'm giving it. It's nothing is staying.
Well, for the rest of the world, there are commercials out there that hit for Christmas, and they can be very heartfelt. Publix has been very effective at making very heartfelt. I don't know who the other ones are. There used to be another couple companies that would make those everybody's coming home for the holidays kind of commercials.
Well, Budweiser
for a while.
Budweiser with the Clydesdales, but they're too busy,
Didn't Corona would always do one with a beer, like a palm tree with lights?
They still are airing that one.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, where they show the lights coming on the palm tree swaying in that island breeze.
I'm not 1,000% sure, but I think all the companies, I know this is the case with Hershey's because you're going to see the Bell Kiss commercial.
Yep.
Right? That happens every year. And I remember reading why we always see that commercial is because they just grabbed whatever advertising budget that they would use and then just use the same commercial and give that budget to their employees for a Christmas bonus.
Oh, wow, really?
That's cool.
That's very cool.
And I remember reading something a while ago is that whenever you see those repeated commercials that are like legendary 20 years, how old is that Corona commercial?
Oh, man, forever.
At least 20.
Yeah, I was going to say at least 20 years.
That I remember hearing, I'll double check, but I believe that's because they are giving employees a Christmas bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
so, are you familiar with the company Norelco? Do you know what they made? Norelco, Ross, are you aware?
Well, I'm thinking of wafers right now.
Yeah,
and
that's
not
Necco.
right.
Yeah. Norelco made electric shavers, and there was a very famous commercial with the Norelco electric shavers. And one of the big things was they on the head of the shaver there were 3 of these little circle things that had rotating blades, and it would kind of pivot to stick to the contour of your face. Well, one of the big things is like one of these almost kind of semi animated stop motion kind of commercials where Santa is riding down like the mountains and around the mountains on a Norelco shaver. Is that right?
Yeah, and it left like the trail of the 3 3 blades. I used to love that.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Coca-Cola guys for years
polar bears
had the polar bear commercials, and they were pretty darn good. And they were good at just using images and a little bit of music, no dialogue.
No dialogue and really no activity besides looking at a majestic polar bear.
Right. And the polar bear may turn to look at its kid, then turn back to look at the sunset or the moon. Or
the northern lights.
You're like, why is that effective?
Yeah, the polar bear cub has a scarf on. He's having a goofy, silly time as it runs down, rocks a sled.
People are saying like the M&M's one.
Oh, yeah.
And Folgers coffee. I remember the Folgers one used to be so good. And I didn't even drink coffee at the time.
Yeah, but someone wakes up and pads down to the kitchen where mom visiting is already with the grandbaby making breakfast.
It's so insane. Haven't seen the commercial in a while. Very long time. We've already established that. But I do know this. Folgers in your cup.
Yeah, Folgers in your cup.
Jack?
Folgers in your cup.
Good job, Jack.
There you go.
Deb.
Folgers in your cup.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that felt right.
Somebody just tuned in. I go,
ribbit.
I don't get it. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Is this between two ferns? Is that what we're doing? Am I being clowned? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Let's invite our good friend Santa Clausman in. Not this week, but next week. Glenn will have a fistful of Publix gift cards to give away for trivia. He'll do Christmas trivia, and I got to tell you guys.
That's next week, though, right?
That's next week.
Yeah,
let me tell
please
you.
clarify that.
Right? Poor Ross.
Don't call now.
He's not doing it today.
There aren't enough descriptive words in the English language to describe how much Glenn enjoys this. There is no way as a human for me to convey to you through a microphone how much Glenn Clausman loves doing this trivia thing and giving these cards away.
Well,
it is the epicenter of his life. He will text us in November about this.
And just like giving away the Christmas trees. I swear if that man could quit his day job and just spend his life being a real life Santa Claus, he would.
He loves it.
He does.
Loves it, loves it, loves it. Begs me to do trivia like every other month. Hey, can we give some stuff away? I'm like, no, Glenn, my God, you're an attorney. You know that? We got to get clients. That's what we're here for, buddy. He's like, oh, that's fine. Plenty of clients. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Colbert Court next.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today right around 70 degrees. So we stay below seasonal, but hey, at least it's going to be sunny outside. Bit of a light breeze out of the northeast this afternoon. Wake up temperatures tomorrow will slowly be warming, and that warming trend continues into your weekend. Highs near 80 degrees Saturday and Sunday before rain and thunderstorm chances on the rise Sunday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Airport North Emergency. HCA Florida Airport North Emergency on the intersection of Lee Vista and Cimarron Boulevard is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. If you live in Florida, guess what you need? A reliable AC system. And here's why. Because the weather in this state is bipolar. Like today, the high is going to be 69 degrees. The high on Saturday, just 2 days away, 80 degrees. So you get the idea. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. In Florida, your AC has to be ready to go. Thank God there's Mills Air. Since 1992, that's 30 plus years of experience, making sure Central Floridians always have reliable AC systems to lean on when it gets hot. And today, 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. millsair.com.
Most Valuable Promotions presents Jake Paul versus Andre August. International superstar Jake Paul returns to the boxing ring at Carrade Royale on Friday, December 15th. The world will be watching as Jake Paul continues his path to becoming a world champion and takes on 10-1 pro boxer Andre August, who has 5 KOs. The night also features Shadeja Green, who will take on Franchon Dezern for a WBC world title. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. I'm all betting inside your head. Safe as go. Bet it as they go. Stars with amazing.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is priceless. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and we have access to every single traffic camera in the state of Florida. Injured on the go, just call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever. So hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
'Tis the season of holiday gatherings. Light up everyone with a box of a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. From sprinkled and powdered to frosting galore, you'll have everyone's fave in one festive box, including yours. Save time and order ahead in the app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free. Never sounded so good.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Get ready for holiday feast season with Pepto-Bismol.
Uncle Derek's here with his famous fried turkey. Hey, Aunt Mary brought the mac and cheese. Donna's here with the potato salad.
Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for unexpected stomach upsets. So enjoy the holidays. Pepto has you covered, no matter who made the potato salad.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yields. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. Get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, including advanced Wi-Fi, and one unlimited mobile line free for 12 months. And when you add Spectrum TV, get a Zumo Stream Box free for 12 months. Spectrum One Stream. It's streaming simplified. Visit spectrum.com for details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack is here.
Yo.
So is Ross.
I believe.
You do believe. Let's do Colbert Court.
What you are listening to is real. Well, sort of. The participants are not actors. That's a fact. This is, however, a real case that will be decided here in our forum. It's the Colbert.
That's right. Colbert Court brought to you by our good friend Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash. Call Klausman. Glenn, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Having a hell of a time with the Santa hat and the headphones at the same time.
Yeah, it's tough. You have your red tie on. I know this is one of your favorite times of the year.
It is. Santa Clausman.
Absolutely.
That's my name. I am a Claus man.
You are a Claus man. Hey, do you ever do the 23andMe thing is kind of odd. Did you ever find your family heritage? Do you know any of it? Was that something your family really talked about much? Was like the heritage of your family, where you were from or any of that?
Yeah, I know where the grandparents are from and where some of the great-grandparents are from. But, I mean, I come down from a long line of Clauses.
Yeah, right. I got that right. So North Pole's the answer, right?
There's a lot of,
How many
grandfather, old Saint Nick.
How many Christmas trees did you wind up giving out last week?
5.
5 of them, huh? That's nice.
Yeah. People were very happy to give them to them.
Yeah. And the thing is, it works out great because oddly enough, people worry about the presents under the tree. They don't really consider the tree. But I mean, when you get a tree and then do all the stuff to put the ornaments and lights on it, you're talking a couple $100 there, right?
Well, we had fun doing it. My wife had fun. They were decorated sort of not good enough. So she came in and did a nice, great job on it. She had fun doing it. We had fun.
A little dust up.
Yeah, we had fun. It was fun. It was fun. Happy giving people stuff and making them happy.
What you did was like watching the Grinch on reverse. You gave Christmas trees away.
Did you, during the year, I'm not saying this to prop you up because I truthfully do not know. And if you don't feel like answering, you don't have to. Do you and your wife have a charity that you support throughout the year, like one specific or a couple specific charities?
There's different ones. And I kind of yield to my wife on this. And yeah.
In what manner? Like, what are they? Is it food banks or is it children's homes or something like that?
It's different things at different times. I mean, we get so much stuff for animal, welfare. And once we started giving to one, we got like 50 of them in the mail, and they come in the mail with a quarter or a nickel, and you feel like I got
those too.
Yes. I mean, that's just one example, but there's different causes.
How's the coon hound?
Coonhound's he's still there.
He's still there, huh?
He's still there. He's getting old. He's mellowing out some, and we're kind of concerned because he's getting kind of old.
How are the 10 cats?
The cats are doing great too. They're doing great too. We're always worried about the coyote stuff.
Oh yeah. You need to. It's so funny because in our neighborhood, and we're rural, but that doesn't matter. Coyotes, they've been spotted in College Park in areas you never thought a coyote would be. They're in neighborhoods all throughout the area.
Last night, my wife's on Next Door, and she says, "Here's a picture of 2 coyotes on Bumby and Chelsea."
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say that very thing on Facebook, Next Door, all those, I get notifications.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's at least twice a week, somebody on Next Door warning people in our area, be careful because here are some pictures of coyotes caught on our Ring doorbell or whatever the case may be.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And they're not cool. And I've got a dog that's really small and very snatchable.
Mm-hmm.
So when the thing has to go out at night, I have to stay within 10 feet of it. And of course, it thinks I'm a weirdo because it's trying to go to the bathroom and I won't leave it alone.
Yeah. You got to go with a big flashlight. And yeah, absolutely. And, I know Scott Maxwell did some story about this a while ago, but nothing's been accomplished as far as doing anything to try to control the coyotes.
And they hate cats. They really hate cats. And that's why in certain areas of Orlando, people started noticing, especially over there in that John Young Parkway, Princeton area, there was a large swath of land there that was undeveloped for many, many years. And they took up residence in there. And there are plenty of videos where you can hear them chirping when When you
Wow.
hear a siren or something, that hits a specific note that they can't stand, and they start chirping, and they chirp. They don't sound like dogs or anything, and that's when you know. And I saw another video, a lady's out walking her dog, and the
Right.
damn thing runs right up and tries to grab her dog from me to you in the middle of the day. So they don't care.
Terrible, terrible.
Yeah, if they're
You know,
hungry, they're
I
going
don't
to
know why we're not doing something about it.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to wait for him to grab an infant. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
this is ridiculous.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. There's no liability there, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
who are you going to sue?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if you're in the area, well, no, yeah. I mean, if you bait them, though, if you started feeding them because you felt sorry for them
What
and they
are
were
you-
coming
what-
around.
What are you going to feed
Yeah, yeah,
coyotes?
yeah.
You know,
Raw chickens. I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
People feed feral cats and dogs all the time.
Dude,
That's
I'll,
different.
I'll
That's
feed,
different.
I'll feed coyotes with some fists. I feel like I could take on a
You
coyote.
could not.
You don't think you could obliterate a coyote?
They're actually not that big.
And
I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Just
they're
one
not that-
roundhouse kick, and that thing's gone.
Well, the problem, Ross, is they sometimes are not solo. There's sometimes two or three of them at
That's
the
exactly
same
how
time.
it is. Yeah, that,
All right,
they,
that's a different
yeah, they have
debate.
banks. Yeah, all right, let's get to this case. For people who do not know, Clausman Law is sponsored by Glenn Clausman, who is a personal injury attorney here in Central Florida, specializing in car accidents. That's what he does better than anybody in the city. He brings a case to us. We read it. We go around the room, try to figure it out ourselves. And then when we cannot, we'll throw it over to Glenn and let him give us an idea of what happened in this case. Is this a case you negotiated?
This is a case that I'm very familiar with.
Very familiar with. Okay,
Yes,
very
yes.
good.
And you know what? There are other very good lawyers in the city too. Jim.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
okay.
but you're
All right.
here in
I'm
front of
here.
me,
I'm here.
and I
That's
like
true.
you.
All right.
Ross, is Fatic here today?
I believe he has just arrived.
All right, very good. Here we go. Listen up close.
Speaking of other good lawyers,
Harry is on his motorcycle, and the driver of a pickup truck causes an accident that injures Harry. The pickup truck only had the minimum required auto insurance that pays nothing for Harry's injuries. Harry listens to our show and has full insurance coverage on his car, including uninsured motorist coverage.
Lord.
Harry did not buy any insurance coverage for the motorcycle. Harry's auto insurance policy states, quote, "There is no insurance coverage if you are injured while operating a motor vehicle you own that is not insured under the policy. Is there any chance Harry can get compensated for his injuries under his own insurance policy?"
Yes.
Does everybody get the thing? Harry is on a motorcycle that he does not have insured like his car. The driver of a pickup truck causes an accident. He gets injured. The pickup truck only has the minimum required auto insurance. And of course, we know now that will only pay for his motorcycle.
Not his injuries.
It's not going to cover his injuries. He listened to the show. He had full insurance on his car and included uninsured motorist coverage. He did not buy any insurance coverage for the motorcycle, which seems incredible. Like, how are you even driving the thing?
I didn't think that would be legal.
No, you don't need coverage on a motorcycle.
You don't.
You don't.
What?
You mean in a state where you don't need to wear a helmet, you also don't need to carry wow, we really are dumb here.
Unreal. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Harry's auto insurance policy says there is no insurance coverage if you are injured while operating a motor vehicle you own that is not insured under this policy, which would certainly apparently include that motorcycle. Is there any chance Harry can get compensated for his injuries under his own insurance policy?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
Well, it clearly says that they can't.
No, well, he has uninsured motorist
There you
coverage.
go.
If it's stacked, then that would include the other vehicle that he was in.
Well, assume it's not stacked, Jack.
Oh.
That rhyme.
Harry. All right, so he doesn't have stacked coverage. So where
He does not have
how can he get paid?
he does not have any insurance coverage for the motorcycle. How about his homeowners? How about
Was anybody working?
anybody working, Glenn?
No,
nobody was working.
No.
There goes that.
Pickup truck had only the minimum, of course, because we know he can't go for the pickup truck because they have the minimum. He's not breaking the law.
But he can't use his own car insurance to apply it toward the motorcycle?
No, because the car insurance has the thing. It says
clause.
Quote, like clause. There's no
And that's a clauseman in it.
Yeah. There's no insurance coverage if you're injured while operating a motor vehicle you own that's not insured under this policy, which that would be the motorcycle. Maybe he's screwed.
Does
He
sound
might-
that way.
He might, well,
It
I
says-
don't know because Glenn brought it to us, said it's not his case, but someone else, and there are other very good lawyers. So he was giving that person a compliment, which means that there ought to be
But
a solution here.
But these are also
that his other good lawyer found.
These are also chosen to teach people how you think you've got the right thing, and you may think you know what's going on, but maybe you don't know. You know, just like 5 seconds ago, when we had no idea you could ride a motorcycle without insurance in the state of Florida.
Yeah,
no clue.
No,
and I've owned them and driven them on these roads. No idea I didn't have to have insurance.
Glenn's not giving us much with his expression.
I get the feeling this guy's hammered.
I do too. It doesn't, because we've gone through all the options. Nobody was working. His policy clearly states that he was riding in a vehicle or on a vehicle that was not insured under that policy. The guy who hit him only has the minimum. It sounds like he's SOL.
So, but wait a minute now, because I mean, even if he has the full insurance coverage on his car, including uninsured motorist coverage, no, that doesn't work.
So for it to cover other vehicles, it would have to be stacked.
And it's not.
It wouldn't make a difference.
Would not. Yeah, he's screwed. He's screwed. He's not going to get anything for his injuries. His motorcycle is going to get replaced, but the problem is he's not going to be able to drive it because his head's on backwards now.
My mentor once told me that in the legal world, the truth ain't always black and white. And sometimes it's a shade of gray that only a lawyer like myself and Glenn can fish out. With that said, I believe he is SOL.
Okay. So, hold on. For the
I thought you wanted something there.
Really? Oh, you thought he was?
Yeah. That means there's an answer that we haven't found it yet.
Okay.
Now listen close, because we just had one of the first times ever a texter text in, and actually has a pretty good point. Let me ask you this, Glenn.
Sure.
It says here, quote, because by law, he doesn't have to have insurance on the motorcycle that trumps the clause in his insurance. In other words, if it's not required by Florida law for you to have insurance while riding the motorcycle, would that override the amendment or the clause in the insurance policy itself? Because it's asking you, it's telling you that it's not going to do something that Florida doesn't really require you to have.
Well, that's a good question, but even though they don't require you to have it, they don't require you to have it on your car either.
Okay, got it.
So, you know.
All right, God almighty, man.
Shut down.
Okay. I'm taking a vote. I think he's screwed. Screwed?
Can he?
He's trying to get a read from Glenn. He's not giving any.
Well, because we found out that there is an answer, and it's not the one that we've been leaning on.
There is. So
how about homeowners insurance?
I'm leaning with
no.
Oh, damn it!
He can't say no. Right? Then he said in the middle of you saying it, he said no. The greatest way to say it.
Homeowners is not going to cover you on a vehicle. The homeowners policies exclude.
Well, unless you hit hit a house, right?
Unless you're having
a house,
sex
the house you're in is going to, you'd have some kind of coverage, and your auto insurance, if you're the one that does the hitting, is going to cover it.
Did not buy any insurance coverage for the motorcycle. Was he offered the coverage for the motorcycle?
He didn't buy any insurance, so he wasn't offered anything.
All right.
What did you say?
He bought insurance for the car, and he had the motorcycle on the policy, but he didn't put any coverage on the motorcycle.
I said something about like in the legal world, the black and white, and then he freaked out. Black and white, police officers.
You said
black and white cookies.
You said shade of gray.
You're never going to get the answer
You
out of
said
that.
shade of gray.
Fishing.
That only attorneys like Glenn and myself can fish out. And that's when you said he's SOL, and Glenn went,
I thought he was on to something when he said only me and him can figure it out.
So in other words, you have figured it out.
I figured it out, yeah.
He's so arrogant. I love it. Oh my God! Did you feel the arrogance in that statement?
But you know what?
Oh, it's so smug.
I think it was more confident.
So smug.
I was going to say, if he's my personal injury attorney, that's exactly the tone I want him to strike.
What? I want him to look so confident.
Oh yeah.
So Texas Service is also reported in on an acronym that, if I'm being for real and transparent, I'm forever confused by. PIP. Can we exploit the PIP insurance?
Yeah, there's no PIP on the motorcycle.
Yeah, because no insurance.
The follow-up question, what is PIP?
Personal injury protection.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's the one that pays you $10,000 for your own medical bills and income loss if you're in a motor vehicle accident.
Like the Coach Dion commercial.
Yeah, that's the minimum. That's the PIP insurance is the minimum you can have in Florida.
How about his own health insurance?
That's what you have to have.
Yeah, that's what you have to have.
His own health insurance.
Oh, there you go.
LDL.
Oh, we're getting the slow shake now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, okay, screwed.
Screwed.
And I just got to say screwed.
We think he's screwed.
How'd you
All right.
How'd you solve it?
Remember someone named Patrick?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a very similar case to Patrick.
So you look through
Here's what we have. We have a clause in the policy. You want to read the clause again in the policy?
I will, Mr. Clausman. There is no insurance coverage if you are injured while operating a motor vehicle you own that is not insured under the policy.
A motor vehicle you own. Okay, so
come on.
wait a second. Now, wait a second. Here's what happens. Here's what a lot of lawyers, and a lawyer in Patrick's case, missed out on before he came to me. You have to read the insurance policy. And you read the policy and you see if he owns a motor vehicle that he doesn't insure under the policy, he doesn't get any coverage. So then what you need to do is you need to look at the definition in the policy of motor vehicle. In this particular policy that this company writes, they define motor vehicle as a vehicle with 2 axles.
Oh.
Therefore, since a motorcycle doesn't have 2 axles, it's just like he's on a bicycle.
Wow.
Just like he's a pedestrian.
Wow.
And his uninsured motorist coverage from his car will cover it.
I'll be damned.
Hey, we said uninsured motors. We weren't sure about it, but we said it.
And the reason why this case is important is the Patrick we're talking about, and just not to be speaking cryptically, is a fan of the show. He's been a fan for many, many years. He and his wife both, and they're wonderful people, by the way. Got into a motorcycle accident. He went to an attorney. The attorney told him he was kind of screwed because he was in the same exact situation because he didn't understand or didn't read the policy. Patrick then hired Glenn, who did know the policy, and wound up going from getting being told 0 to getting 25. Or, I mean, I don't want to say the number, but, getting enough money to take care of his issues.
Right. Yep.
That is incredible.
Phone call.
Nice.
Phone call.
Yeah.
More twists and turns than the Mississippi.
I'm going to ask you a question. I don't want you to be honest with me here, because I know that you're a very humble man. How many attorneys would have caught that?
I don't know. I don't know. I think people that do this every day and have been doing it for a long time and have the and know they've got to read the policy. When someone comes to you and it doesn't look like they're able to, you're not able to help them in any way. You want to read the policy and make sure. And a lot of people that buy insurance policies, they don't read them. So you need a lawyer to read them. And I'm sure a lot of lawyers wouldn't bother reading it and don't know about it.
Unbelievable. Matter of fact, the texting service says, I'm living this case. I own my motorcycle without insurance, full coverage with uninsured on my truck because of this segment. Thanks.
Great.
Thanks, Santa K.
Great.
Very nice.
Great.
I'll be damned. Motorcycles, it says motorcycles do have 2 axles. They don't, though. It's on an axle.
No. It's just one.
Yeah. It's on an axle. The axle's not in a car. The wheels sit on an axle that doesn't do the axle's in the wheel with a motorcycle.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I hope the listener who's living this case now can really impress his lawyer if his lawyer hasn't figured it out.
Be calling him on the phone right now. I bet.
Yeah.
Well, great job. I mean, this is a really interesting case. And even when you tried to explain the case to me before, when it was the Patrick one, I still fully didn't get it. Now I completely understand how you found that little crease.
Yep.
Well, that's what he does for clients all the time, guys.
But that's what makes it so interesting, right? Because we all heard the words motor vehicle, and we think we understand the definition. But what's important to understand, I bet, Glenn, is that it's not your definition. It's how it is described in your policy that will make all the difference.
Yep. Your policy is a contract, and they've got to honor the terms of the contract, and they wrote the policy the way they wrote it, and they're stuck with it.
Yay.
So take that. Thanks, Glenn.
It's like how my mama used to say, you can't ride 2 horses with one in front and one behind. Am I right, Glenn?
Yeah, I guess. Oh
my gosh.
Klausman Law, KLAUSMAN law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park. 407-917-1718. Car crash. Call that gentleman right there. Give it up good and loud for Mr. Glenn Klausman.
Good man right there.
I'll see you next week
You
for
will. Santa Clausman, dog. Bring a stack. Bring a stack. We may do the half of the show. I need you to bring 30 cards.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, Glenn.
All right. Back in a sec. Stop it. Don't do that. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Get out of here.
The Real Radio Store is now open for business. Virtually. Find the official merchandise of your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Still looking at some heavy delays on I-4 this afternoon, east and westbound between Osceola Parkway and 535. There is a disabled vehicle southbound on Florida's Turnpike currently blocking the right lane near Mineola and Hancock Road, causing heavy backups on the toll road. Looking at a great ride, however, for those on the Beach Line and on the Greenway. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
You know, there are 14 different fees that can show up on a loan estimate that go directly to your lender. Now, do you know how to identify them in your quote? Don't worry if you don't, because that mortgage guy, Don, does. With his expertise and personalized approach, he will guide you through every step, ensuring you get the best mortgage for your needs. Do what I did. Take the fear out of home buying and trust that mortgage guy, Don, to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle. Just peace of mind at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thomas, compare your home with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Steve Kramer here with a divorce tip. Inheritance isn't a marital asset unless you handle the money wrong or your divorce wrong. Then you can lose it to your ex. Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law. We do divorce. OneFirmForLife.com.
During the Jeep Wrap Up the Year event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep brand vehicles. 10% or 15% below MSRP, depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Gladiator Overland. Compass excludes Sport. Grand Cherokee excludes 4xe. Laredo. Grand Cherokee All excludes Laredo. 15% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Gladiator Sport, Compass Latitude, and Renegade. Not compatible with lease offers except Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery from dealer stock by 1/2. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Make your money go farther this holiday at International Diamond Center. We've got the price relief you deserve and 0% interest financing for 48 months, 4 whole years. That's right. Now through December 12th, you can spread your payments over 4 years with 0 finance charges so you can make the most of this special time of year. How about a $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings for just $84 a month? You can even finance the sales tax. Where else in America can you get a finance rate of 0.0%? IDC makes it happen. Also, take advantage of lower prices on thousands of exquisite pieces of jewelry. Rings, earrings, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. How about a $6,000 Diamond Eternity band or pendant and pay just $125 a month? 0 interest. Ask about special offers on luxury pre-owned Rolex watches, too. Make it a Christmas to remember with something special, something timeless, and something meaningful. From International Diamond Center. Get fantastic savings and 4 years 0 interest financing now through December 12th. International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on Proof Credit.
Get ready for excitement at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Progressive jackpots are live. Just a $1 bet could win you tens of thousands. Join us December 14th for the GAPT 100K Guaranteed Poker Tournament. Your shot at poker glory. But there's more. Make New Year's Day legendary with our $18,000 Quadzilla. Starting at 11 a.m. Win big cash every hour with monster quads. If it doesn't hit, the winnings roll over, creating even bigger jackpots. Visit Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Follow us on Facebook or X for the latest info.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January. Because, you know, mulch. We're cutting prices on power tools, automotive jacks and stands, and portable inverter generators this holiday season. Save in store or at northerntool.com.
Bottomless boneless every Wednesday at Winghouse Bar and Grill. Get as much as you want, tossed with any of our signature sauces and rubs for only $14.99 every Wednesday. Dine in only, no sharing. Winghouse Bar and Grill. Good food, beautifully served.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most. Getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Making money from an investment feels good. But investing in people with the Solo Funds app feels even better. Solo Funds lets you put your unused capital to work, earning a profit for you while you're helping others. As a part of the Solo community, you fund emergency loans to other Solo members, allowing for a financial outcome that works for both of you, making a social impact and a return on your money. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hello, Catfish Man, Deb, Jack, Ross. I'm down here in Orlando with my daughter, who, by the way, loves the show. We're celebrating her 15th birthday down here at the park. Guys, we went into Islands of Adventure yesterday. We got on that Velocicoaster, and hot damn, that's some big one. Awesome. I've been on wild horses that kept my ass in the seat longer than I did on that ride.
I've missed you.
Happy holidays, my ass. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
I've missed you.
Something about you.
That's the guy you want fixing your fence right there.
Yeah, damn right. That's the guy.
You can literally hear the swinging hammer in that guy's voice.
I'm just going to walk up to him and be like, tell me where I should point my life. I'm doing this right.
I've never felt safer. Just with his voice caressing me. He's going to curl up in his chest.
I just want you to narrate. I want him to be our narrator.
Smell the stale cigarette smoke in his chest hair.
I want you to read my eulogy.
Yeah, it's the JCS Sam Elliott.
Wait, do the do that again. Do the whistle.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Best commercial for Velocicoaster that will ever happen.
They can't pay enough for a better commercial.
That's real.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Yeah, that guy's great. We haven't heard from him in a minute.
No, we haven't.
Is he out of town? Is that why? He doesn't live here, right? Didn't he say he was just in town to go to the parks or something?
Last time he left us a talk back, he talked about grabbing a bunch of my hair. And then did that.
Keep thinking about it, do you? All right.
It's that whistle. I got to tell you, it does something to a girl.
She talked to a recording, hoping he could hear, saying she missed him.
Because he's still listening, Jack. That's why.
Right now, he's just riding down the road, yelling out into fields to tell cows what to do with their life. Hey, you!
Is it a whistle, whip, and yeah?
It sounds like it.
There's no way he has a whip. Well, I mean, I think it's just a whistle and a hi-yah,
well,
right?
Hey, if you do.
I feel like there's still a third beat.
Is there really?
I don't know. I'll
play it again, Jack. Oh yeah, well that's his. I mean, you know that. That's her sound effect. That's not the guy doing that whip. If he can do that whip sound with his mouth, I'm in. I mean, not in.
Hello, Catfish Man, Deb, Jack, Ross. I'm down here in Orlando with my daughter, who, by the way, loves the show. We're celebrating her 15th birthday down here at the park. Guys, we went into Islands of Adventure yesterday. We got on that Velocicoaster, and hot damn, that's some big one. Awesome. I've been on wild horses that kept my ass in the seat longer than I did on that ride. So Happy holidays, my ass. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
I love it, buddy.
I think I'll
I
grab
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Does he leave a name with those? Or does he say
He
his
does
name
not.
ever?
Nope.
And he did say down for my daughter's birthday, right?
Yeah. Well, I do want to point out as a father, I don't know if we're the most appropriate for 15, but we'll
Yeah,
teach her some
it's
things.
I think we're perfect for 15.
All right,
He's
fine,
an
easy.
Ocala or something.
Yeah, maybe so. All right, 407-916-1041.
Call
Text
us.
us. 77031. Fox is doing something I do not understand. I mean, I really don't understand a lot of it.
Apologizing?
No. But they're doing something, they're doing a special. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
All right.
You know, what about 2-3 years ago, they did the Friends reunion. Was it 2 or 3? 2 years ago?
2. Yeah.
About 2 years ago?
Maximum.
And I don't think it was Fox, but
that was HBO.
Yeah, they got together and did a Friends reunion. Of course, it was very sad because of Matthew Perry, and we learned a lot about the crew in that hour and a half long special. There's another one coming, and I don't understand why. Because I can't imagine, even though as powerful as this show was at one point, how relevant or that anyone would care at all right now. What show do you think Fox is doing a reunion for?
All right, so it's got to be around that same sitcom, 30 Rock from the Third Rock from the Sun.
No.
Hogan's Heroes.
No.
MASH.
MASH is the answer.
No way.
Yeah, MASH is the answer. January 1st, MASH, the comedy that changed television, is going to be a 2-hour special featuring interviews with surviving cast members. Alan Alda, who was Hawkeye. Gary Berghoff, you'll remember him. He was Radar, right? Jamie Farr was the guy who dressed like a girl. Klinger. Mike Farrell was Honeycutt.
Correct.
Loretta Swit was Hot Lips Houlihan. And Gene Reynolds and Burt Metcalf were executive producers on the show, and they'll be there as well. And I saw this, I was like, man, does anybody care about MASH anymore? The only thing I know that generationally most people know about MASH is its final episode was one of the most viewed things on television.
Doesn't that, well,
and
I mean, that answers your question on how popular it was.
Yeah, I mean, back
when it signed off
in the 70s. I mean, it's 40 years ago, dude.
But it's still running in reruns. I remember it as being something we used to watch as a family together.
Yeah, I mean, my dad loved the show. It was way above my pay grade at the time because when it was on, I didn't get the comedy at that level. It was very cerebral comedy. You had to kind of know your S to be able to get that thing, and I didn't get it. I never found it funny because it was over my head at the time.
I feel bad about my relationship with the show MASH because I love things that are timeless. I love things that absolutely have just dominated on what its purpose and what it was supposed to do, specifically in the world of entertainment. And MASH is one of the best examples of that. But when I saw the reruns when I was a kid, I didn't know it was a comedy. And I was like, I'm not watching a serious military thing. It was not until I was like 24 when someone was telling me like MASH, that I found out that MASH was a comedy. And I felt it honestly bums me out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the best written shows of all time.
That I just missed that, like Nick at Night. Was it on Nick at Night? I just remember one of the channels or TV Land when I was a kid.
Oh, the replays.
Yeah,
TV Land. It
all
would have been
the
TV
reruns
Land.
that I never gave it a chance because I didn't think it was a comedy.
Yeah, it says MASH is among the most iconic sitcoms in the annals of television history. Of course, that's true. That's Fox's EVP of programming says that. I don't think he even needs to. It just kind of everybody knew MASH was very, very popular. Interestingly, when Jack and I were out in California years ago, like year 2000 or something, we were out there for the XFL during the LA game. We talk about this very often. Actually, we talked about the encounter we had with Willem Dafoe. That was the same trip, right? And we're out there and we're doing the studio tour at Paramount, which was fascinating. By the way, if you ever get a chance to do the studio tours, the real working studios, not like here where they had a couple of shows. Out there where like every show you've ever heard of, you're driving by, and we're driving from one area to the other, and the tram stops and it says, look up and look to the right. Does that look familiar?
I remember you talking about that.
And we're like, I don't know, kinda. And he goes, could you picture the helicopter coming over that hill to land at the camp in MASH? And we're like, everybody collective was like, no way.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like down to the power line coming through the mountain or whatever.
Yeah, from the in the beginning of the show, they show a helicopter coming over a hill. That he goes, that's Korea right there.
Wow.
You're standing in that, California. He's like, that hill, that's Korea.
Yeah,
because that was in the beginning of MASH.
By the way, it was also bananas because on that back lot, we drive by this piece of what looks to be like jungle, right? And you got to remember, everything's fake. So everything that you see is there for a reason. And it was put there by a person. It wasn't like naturally occurring, right? But there was this stand of what looked to be trees. I think they were fake, but it was no bigger than maybe a couple of these rooms, like here, just like this area here. And we're like, what the hell is that? And he goes, that's where they filmed an entire movie on Vietnam in that little square of land, because all the shots were jungle shots, but because of the way they held the camera and shot the camera, you can never tell. It was like, maybe just a couple hundred square feet.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, that right there, that's the entrance to the cave in Goonies. And it was just a piece of a rock up against a wall. But when you zoom in, you can't tell that it's on a giant cave system. It really it was fascinating, but in the same sense, it just showed you how much you are getting faked out and how much they do to make this look like the way they look. It really is fascinating.
We came around one building, and he said inside that's where they shoot the West Wing, and out here you can see is the White House, and all it is on a regular standard, like it looks like a warehouse, but they have the facade of the entry area for the White House for the exterior shots that when the president would be walking out, they just shoot it right there. And right in that parking lot, we saw Bradley Whitford carrying a case of water to his trailer.
Right, on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's amazing. My ex-husband was a scenic artist, actually, and worked on a couple of the films that were shot here in Orlando. And it's amazing when they take plywood and it's like, okay, make that look like, onyx, make that look like granite, make that look like marble, make that look like rock. And just with the magic of paint and just a few optical illusions.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Really looks like it's limestone or granite.
We walked around. We came around another corner. It was an Old West area, and it says get out and walk around. You got to go walk around. And as you're walking around, he goes, think about these movies. Everything from Maverick to Clint Eastwood movies, all this stuff.
Tombstone.
Were shot right there on this Old West thing. And as we're walking, he says, okay, stop and look down. He goes, if you could imagine, do you remember the scene from Maverick where Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster are walking down the road? You're standing in that area, except there's one thing missing. He goes, they had to dig a trench 6 inches deep so that Mel Gibson could walk in it because Jodie Foster is so short that the disparaging height difference, and even though Mel Gibson isn't a big guy, she's only like 5'1" or 5'2", that they wanted him to be closer to even so that it made the shot look better. So they dug a trench 100 feet deep and made him walk in it to shoot the scene.
Wow.
And it was just like one thing after another. And you're just sitting there with your mouth hanging open because these are all your memories from childhood. And, all the movies that you watched all your life that you consider so they're telling these stories, just dropping bomb after bomb. It was great.
They had one basketball court set up, and he points to it, and then people are wondering what basketball movie was shot there. And they said, no, George Clooney just wanted that added on the set of ER so he could take breaks and play some basketball.
He did. He built a half-court basketball so he could walk off the set of ER, which was not even 100 feet away, and walk over there and pick up basketball game. He says they had to stop doing it. Why do you think they had to stop doing it?
Because of the sound?
No. None of the women could get any work done because the minute he started playing, all the girls that worked in the studios would come out magically on their lunch break to watch Clooney play basketball.
Oh, it's kind of like the Diet Coke commercial when the guy comes out to work out. Yeah.
All right, 407.
This was a tour we did 22 years ago.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
Hey, real quick, what show would you like to see them do this with? Like if they were going to bring back and do a whole thing, a 2-hour expose of a show.
I'm actually excited about the MASH one because it was such a big event in my house.
Yeah, I think it's a little too far because I wonder if the guys are going to be able to really remember a lot of the stuff, or if they're going to be able to relate because a lot of them are very old. I mean, Alda's got to be in his 80s. Swit's got to be in her 80s.
Alda's still they're both still working.
Yeah.
I believe, didn't Loretta die?
No.
She did not. She was just on Tom and Dan a couple months ago.
Yeah, she was.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, she was just in the news for hating her nickname.
Hot Lips.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. No, save it. We'll do it next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at some heavy delays on I-4 this afternoon, east and westbound between Osceola Parkway and 535. There is a disabled vehicle southbound on Florida's Turnpike currently blocking the right lane near Mineola and Hancock Road, causing heavy backups on the toll road. Looking at a great ride, however, for those on the Beach Line and on the Greenway. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at RockTheCountry.com.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day, proudly sponsored by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Direct mortgage lenders. Whether it's a new home, maybe it's refinancing the home that you have now. Brad Siebert and his crew at We Are Not the Banks are the place where you can go for the answers you need because you're going to have questions. I know I did when I did my refi several years ago. I went to WeAreNotTheBanks.com, met up with Brad. He let me know everything I needed, every step of the process. Quick, easy, got a great rate, and that was a refi. But also, if you are in the market for a new home, is it your dream home? Maybe you're downsizing. I don't know. Whatever you have when it comes to mortgages, the answer is WeAreNotTheBanks.com. For all your mortgage needs, check out Brad. Get a great rate. He loves working with listeners of Real Radio and has been doing it for many, many years. WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Get started today. NMLS ID number 66247, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, OneFirmForLife.com.
Making money from an investment feels good, but investing in people with the Solo Funds app feels even better. Solo Funds lets you put your unused capital to work, earning a profit for you while you're helping others. As a part of the Solo community, you fund emergency loans to other Solo members, allowing for a financial outcome that works for both of you, making a social impact and a return on your money. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Well, I'm selling my car, and I went to a place claiming they were AutoBuy. But thanks to the Terminator and AutoBuy, I received the Max.
Visit WePayToMax.com and schedule your appointment today. You'll be back.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco-Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Mills Air is looking for experienced service techs. Nate certified is a plus, but not required. We have been in business for over 30 years right here in Central Florida. Great pay and benefits. Sign-on bonus depending on experience. Apply at millsair.com.
What makes football better? Wing House Bar and Grill. Our famous wings, delicious burgers, ice cold beer, and the lovely ladies who serve you. Kick back, have a cold one, and catch a game. Wing House Bar and Grill. Good food, beautifully served. Proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Make your money go farther this holiday at International Diamond Center. We've got the price relief you deserve and 0% interest financing for 48 months, 4 whole years. That's right. Now through December 12th, you can spread your payments over 4 years with 0 finance charges so you can make the most of this special time of year. How about a $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings for just $84 a month? You can even finance the sales tax. Where else in America can you get a finance rate of 0.0%? IDC makes it happen. Also, take advantage of lower prices on thousands of exquisite pieces of jewelry. Rings, earrings, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. How about a $6,000 Diamond Eternity band or pendant and pay just $125 a month? 0 interest. Ask about special offers on luxury pre-owned Rolex watches, too. Make it a Christmas to remember with something special, something timeless, and something meaningful. From International Diamond Center. Get fantastic savings and 4 years 0 interest financing now through December 12th. International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on Proof Credit.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on about that. I'm all betting inside your head. Go on, bet it's legal.
Get a no regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies.
Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Orlando. All year, you've sang, danced, and listened to your favorite artists in the free iHeartRadio app. Introducing iHeart Rewind 2023, presented by State Farm. A personalized experience featuring the music and podcasts that brought you joy in 2023 straight to your inbox. Plus, we're sharing what made your neighborhood move by highlighting the top artists, songs, and more in your home state. See the soundtrack to your neighborhood at iHeartRewind.com. Thanks for listening with iHeartRadio in 2023, and Happy New Year from us and our friends at State Farm.
The best certified pre-owned selection with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Sutherland Nissan Orlando has it.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis. Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, this is Dan from Holly Hill. I heard the thing about Pearl Harbor and the Arizona. There was a video on YouTube I watched back a couple months ago where they took a submersible little remote control sub and went inside, and the captain's quarters is still there. The jackets are still hanging up. It's really sobering. Y'all are awesome. Show is great today.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that very much. That's weird. I've not seen that footage. I would think that would be very dangerous. I mean, after all these years, obviously there's gonna be nothing really left. But I think even finding skeletal remains would be almost disrespectful, right? They send like a drone, like a water drone in there to take images of that. I mean, isn't that almost?
Well, they do it with the Titanic.
I understand that. I mean, the Titanic's not like a military, not the cause of World War II. I mean, I know what you're saying, and I get it. But for some reason, because of the military aspect of this, it seems even more sacred, I know it probably isn't, and just for me, it does.
So I do know of this. When I was there, they would tell stories of veterans that, survived the Pearl Harbor attack, and then they would pass away, later in their 80s, 90s, whatever age they were. And then they would put in their will to be put into the Arizona.
Oh, wow, really?
So there are instances where they have put scuba divers into the water of the Arizona
as a barial
to drop the ashes of the soldiers that were affiliated with the ship.
Impossible on this day not to read a little bit about it. Of course, this morning as I'm pulling the show, you read a little bit about it. And one of the things I did read about it that was a little horrifying is when they were attacked and the ships blew, that oil we talk about floating on the surface had caught on fire. And as the ships were sinking and the crew members had nowhere to go, a number of them were forced to jump into the water, which was basically about 2 inches thick on fire of diesel oil or fuel oil. So they were basically diving into hell, a pit. And, with the inability to swim 200 yards to get away from it all or whatever, a lot of them would surface and catch on fire. Or catch on fire being covered by the oil, even going underwater. It was horrifying. I mean, the stories were like really hard to read and kind of crazy stuff. I mean, that whole thing was bananas.
I'm trying to remember. There was a second ship. I want to say Missouri. I'm sure Texas.
I think it is the Missouri, the Arizona and the Missouri.
Yeah, the Missouri. If that's the ship that I'm thinking about, that's also like the most graphic aspect.
Yeah.
I think of the going to Pearl Harbor where there are hundreds of soldiers that were trapped in a ship that you could hear, and they're trying to get them out.
Right, yeah.
As it's slowly sinking and losing oxygen.
5 battleships that night, or that day, that morning, actually, because it happened pretty early in the morning.
And it, as bad as Pearl Harbor as an attack was, I think it's worth pointing out and noting, though, how much worse that attack could have been in the sense of America, the United States entering World War II. It could have crumbled our military.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck. A lot of the ships that got hit that day ended
Yeah.
up getting fixed and then later fought in the war later.
Yeah. A number of them did, actually.
There's I'm not saying it wasn't bad. God knows it was awful, but
I think the Oklahoma actually took a hit so bad, though, it listed and turned completely upside down before it sank.
yeah, there was a massive oil gas refinery there. That was kind of like the beating heart, I believe, of our military out in the Pacific, and I believe it went untouched.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I was going to do this story a little bit later, but I want to go ahead and do it now because it's so crazy. Have you guys heard the story of Cassandra Jackson and what she's dealing with right now? So check this out.
Is she the Ohio woman?
No. This is a Florida story, right? Cassandra Jackson still colors her hair purple from time to time, adding in matching false eyelashes when she's thinking about her daughter. All right. Her daughter is 18-year-old Anaya, and she was unfortunately shot and killed by her boyfriend, leaving the mother, the person I'm telling you about, Cassandra Jackson, with her 4-year-old daughter to raise. Also, I believe the guy who killed her is still walking free. And where this gets very interesting is this. She got a call recently and said, hey, look, I'm not sure, but I believe that your daughter's casket is for sale on Facebook. And she's like, what? She goes, yeah, I believe your daughter's casket is for sale on Facebook Marketplace. So sure enough, she sent her a shot, and it's unmistakable because the casket was wrapped in purple with her face on it, like a custom wrap, and it says her name on the casket. That's the casket she was laying in for her funeral.
Well, her mother said she rented it from the funeral home so that she could have a viewing for her daughter before her daughter was then cremated.
Right, exactly. And and because they tried to talk her into cremating. So the story I got here is that they laid her in the casket for, the viewing, and then the casket didn't go, she got cremated, but they sold the casket because what happened was the casket went into a storage unit, and then the company that owned the casket went out of business. And then a guy buys the storage unit unseen, like, you see the shows.
Sure.
And tries to contact them, I guess, and then winds up selling the casket for $75. They paid 5 G's for it.
Oh.
It was the last place her daughter lie before she was buried or cremated. And they've contacted the guy who bought it from the storage unit and tried to get him to sell it back to him, and he won't do it. What a nightmare. And this place is called Celebrations of Life Mortuary and Cremation Services, which it's still open, by the way.
They're now under investigation.
Oh, they've been under investigation because the guy who runs it's under investigation for a couple other felonies and other crazy stuff because I guess a rental car stolen or something nuts.
So what I'm kind of missing a piece here, or maybe a couple. There's a viewing. She's in a casket.
Right.
They rented this casket.
Right.
So they didn't own it. The family didn't own it, right?
Yeah, no.
They rent it from the funeral home.
Yeah, what I actually thought the story was, and I saw the rental thing when I read the story, I was led to believe that they tried to talk her into cremation, but she wouldn't do it. They wanted to be buried. And I thought the story was there's a possibility they switched caskets on her.
Right.
But I don't think that's the case. It is a little convoluted.
Yeah.
But to see her daughter's casket with her name on the casket, by the way,
exactly,
and pictures of her on the casket being sold. And by the way, the guy listed it good for a Halloween prop or maybe a toolbox.
Oh,
that's how it was listed on Marketplace.
All right, this guy is a POS.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it says the place it's called. Let me make sure I get this right here. I want to make sure so I don't. Celebrations of Life Mortuary and Cremation Services. They call it COL in the story. Its owner, Tekavias Bird, has been in hot water for a while from a bunch of other stuff. And then the Florida State Department of Funeral, Cemetery, and Consumer Services have been investigating these guys for a while.
Yeah. They're like, something sketchy here.
It's still kind of weird because it is.
I didn't even know you could rent caskets.
Yeah, I didn't either because the casket that my mother was buried in is the casket we bought for her to be. That she requested.
And I don't understand how do you put your name and picture and wrap a casket if it's only a rental.
That's the other thing. But here's the thing. I mean, you could pay for the wrap and then just go, hey, look, we want the wrap here for all the photographs. We're going to take it to the funeral. And then, whatever happens, I guess. I mean, that seems like a lot of money to do that for. And it seems like $5,000 is way too much. And they paid for the casket. I mean, I can imagine a casket rental is $5,000.
And that's the thing. Who paid the $5,000?
But
it's not a rental for $5,000.
No, but I can
You're buying it.
But I can understand this. I mean, again, I paid for a funeral. You have too, Jack. I mean, if my mom, if I was like, just renting that casket and then my mom was going to be cremated or buried in a cheaper casket and the viewing was just like kind of in a casket they have back there for this, I could kind of understand that. But I don't think that was the case here.
I don't think they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they're allowed to
lay a body in something and then,
yes. Yeah. Well, use a casket more than once.
Yeah, you can't just hose it out and just put it back.
I don't think they have to hose it out.
I think they got some rules, which is weird.
Yeah, it's just like recently, passing a law that says, people can be buried with their pets. I'm dead. So
it says, here one says the funeral home they use, blah, 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 is still open. They said they told them if they paid for the casket, they'd be able to use it for future rentals or funerals. And the business would place the casket in storage. If they paid for the casket, that's so weird. Why would they pay a funeral home for a casket that they were going to keep and use for something else? It's a practice other funeral home operators say is far from the norm, offering rental caskets for a smaller price so families would choose to cremate and also can have a viewing. In other words, they would, just like I just said, they would rent them a casket like this. You could do the funeral, have the viewing. It's in a casket. It looks nice, for the family and people who are coming by. But after the fact, they take the person out of the casket and then cremate them. And I guess the casket goes back into storage for the next rental, but it still had the wrap on it. And I guess what happened is when they put that casket into storage, the wrap was still on it. And then they stopped paying the rent on the storage and then sold the unit off. When the guy opens up the door, the casket is still there because they never took the wrap off of it. That's the only thing I can guess. And then he sold it because that's what you do when you buy rental units. You sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, these caskets aren't cheap though, man. I mean, we paid for one of the cheapest ones we got and it was still like $3,500. My mom wanted the most pauper casket of all time and still the cheapest one was $3,500.
Can I go anti-casket?
I think if you're getting cremated, you can choose the cardboard box option.
Can you really? I don't think they'll view you in that, will they?
No.
Yeah, I think they have
a U-Haul right next to you.
I seriously do. I think they have like a straight up. I think they have like a gunfighter one. I'm not kidding you, man. I mean, it's like those old Clint Eastwood
Pine
movies.
box.
Yeah, the pine box thing.
So I want to go anti-box, no clothes, right into dirt.
Yeah. That's how my father-in-law says. My father-in-law says, "Why do I care?
I want it to be jarring when you bury me."
He's like, "Put me in a dryer box or a refrigerator box. I don't care.
Out
I'm
west,
dead."
what they're working on, which I think is really cool, is composting.
Yeah, that thing, the mushroom suit stuff, right?
No, this is different from the mushroom suit. I saw it on CBS Sunday Morning, but they literally turn you into compost.
Yeah.
And then they give it to your loved ones so that they can use it around their gardens or their trees or shrubbery.
Yeah. I just went and visited my grandfather's grave. Is it important for you guys to have a place for your family to go and remember you? Is that important for you? Like when you think about your future and think about, the generations of your progeny coming back to check out, like I did with my grandfather, even though it was years later. Is that important to you guys at all?
Not for me, no.
No, not for you?
And that's because it wasn't a big thing in my family when my father passed and then my grandfather going back. I mean, we were there at the burial and we never went back. And
Man.
I just learned like a year ago that my dad was buried about 15 minutes from where we lived.
Oh, wow.
Like, I didn't even realize it was that close.
How often have you been back?
I've been there twice. One on my last trip, we were just like in the area. I'm like, wait, I think it's around here. I looked it up and Naomi and I went. And then the time before a year ago, I went with the idea I wanted to go there. And I visited him and my grandfather, who was at a different funeral
Right.
in the same day.
I think I want to be cremated, but I don't want my kids to carry my urn around. I would like it is it the mausoleum, right? That's what you do. You put it in a mausoleum and then they can come visit it there or whatever.
One option. Some churches, like the one over in Satellite or Indian Harbor Beach, my mom and stepdad are both interred there, but it's like in the ground.
Yeah,
They
but it's
have
got a
it.
little plaque there, right?
Yeah, they have they have a wall with the little names on
Got
it.
it. Got
Yeah.
it. Is that important to you at all, Ross?
What?
I mean,
where your body goes.
I mean, is it important for you to have a place like for your to come visit you or whatever? Like, is that not important at all?
I mean, it's not important for me. If it's important for them,
Yeah,
then sure, I'll do it.
Yeah,
But, like I said, dude, just bury me raw.
Is it important for you to like when if and when your mother passes or when your mother passes, will it be important for her to be somewhere where you can go visit or go, just kind of reflect?
I'm sure. I mean, call it for what it is. Being brutally honest here, I would say for the first, in the beginning, absolutely. But then time happens.
Yeah.
Life happens. That's why I'm so focused on trying to kick it with her now.
Yeah. How about you, Deb? Is it important for you to have something like that? I would think of all people in the room, it would be most important to you for some reason. I don't know why.
It's interesting because it's not important for me, but it's important for like where my mom.
Yeah.
But
she would want a place for you to. I mean, is it like that?
No. I would want her to she wants to be cremated and then maybe put near her island home where she was born. And then it's like, yeah, but then I don't have anywhere to go. And
right, yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, nah.
And look, man, I don't know about that. Like, listen. I don't want to say it's odd because I know there are people who do this, but I know people who visit their past relatives often.
Oh, on holidays and bring flowers or
once a month.
Dude, you can dump me in the ocean like Megatron.
Yeah. They go once a month. They go
Osama bin Laden.
They go to their level. I mean, I think mom, grandma.
Yeah.
If they were close with them, they will go once a month. And I remember I told you guys when we were up there visiting my mom one time, as I was leaving the graveyard, I came around the corner and there was a guy who had backed his truck up to his wife's grave and was sitting on the tailgate having lunch, talking to her.
Yeah.
And she'd been there a bit. It wasn't like she died yesterday. She'd been there a while. This was a normal thing for him.
And you know what? Maybe when you are in life and you still have family and you're busy, you don't see it as something important for you to do.
Yeah.
But when you are down to that last person and it is your partner and then you have that heartbreak and that I could see probably it being more important of having that.
The only person you really confided in for 50 or 60 years of your life.
Yeah.
Oh God. We got to go, but I want to make sure I get to this guy because he called up. B Dobbs, how you doing, buddy? You're a funeral expert.
Oh yeah, he is.
Within the funeral industry, so I guess stories, but I heard you guys talking about like the rental aspect of caskets. So it's actually really popular for a family that wants to have information that follows. We have what we call a viewing casket, and it's basically it's a nice wood oak casket. There's nothing on the inside. So it's just basically the shell of the outside of the casket. And then they have like cardboard inserts that will go to the crematory, and they'll have the pillows, they'll have the overlays, they'll have the throw, everything that's on the inside of the casket. And that just slides in and out of the casket. And then that insert is what we take to the crematory and burn the insert.
So let me ask, I mean, would it be normal? I mean, you heard the story, right? The funeral home put the casket in storage while they were waiting for another rental or whatever. Then they went out of business and didn't pay the fee. And then the storage unit got purchased by one of these people who do that and resold the casket. Can you even do that? Can you resell a casket that's had a body in it?
You're not supposed to. I know there are funeral homes that have like steel caskets that will have the full insert already in there, and they use that as their viewing casket. But that's explained to the family saying, hey, this is the version of the viewing casket that we have. So then what they'll do is they'll place the loved one in that. They have their viewing service, and then they'll take their loved one out of the casket and then transfer them into the container that goes to the crematory.
Wow, man.
So that has to be
Yeah.
merchandise.
Yeah, they didn't explain it to these guys, and they freaked out because they saw the casket on Facebook Marketplace, and as you can imagine, that would be a bit of a shock. Thanks for your call, B Dobbs. We appreciate that very much.
And that's B Dobbs, Dobbs as in Dobbs Funeral Home.
Oh,
Dobbs.
wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's no joke.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Thanks for listening, too. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. Trivia's next. Magic tickets, comedy tickets up for grabs. We'll do that right after this.
You have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Reigning Masters champion Jon Rahm is leaving the PGA Tour. He'll play in the Saudi-backed Live Golf League, the highest-profile player to defect yet. The Buccaneers are taking a playoff mentality into this week's game in Atlanta. A win would pull the Bucs into a tie with the Falcons atop the NFC South. And Florida running back Trevor Etienne is entering the transfer portal after leading the Gators in rushing touchdowns this past season. I'm Scott Davidson.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
You know, the holidays have arrived. I'm here to help you out a little bit. You get a little stressed when it comes to buying that something special for someone special in your life. God almighty, I've gone through it myself. Here's the great thing. Much like myself, I've got help. It's Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Lee Road. Rita Layer and their friends and their team have been buddies of mine for many, many, many years, and that's where I go personally for all my jewelry. My wife's wedding ring came from there, daughter's earrings, mother-in-law's necklaces. You get the idea. For 20 plus years, every single purchase I've had for jewelry for anyone special came from Goldsmith. The reason why? The best personal service you can find anywhere and a great selection. Diamond studs, tennis bracelet, necklaces, pendants, fashion rings, chains, engagement rings, even loose diamonds, something for every budget. Best quality for the lowest prices out there. And of course, fast, free shipping as well. 1212 Lee Road, but online, it's goldsmithjewelry.com.
Join the Monsters on Friday, December the 15th at Enterber Irish Pub. It's in Maitland at the Sheraton Maitland. It's a big celebration of a great, great year with the Monsters, and we're going to raise as much money as we can for the Coalition for the Homeless. We're going to have all kinds of talent on stage. We're going to have Monster T-shirts for you. It's going to be a party. There'll be all kinds of specials like mimosas and Bloody Marys, and it's at Enterber Friday, December 15th. It's going to be a great time at the Sheraton Maitland. Join the Monsters for a live broadcast from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's Enterber Irish Pub.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
First, we tried a cheaper grocery store, but we still couldn't buy enough food. I keep smiling because I don't want my parents to feel bad. They work so hard, and I know how much they love me. But people like you give us hope. This holiday season, every $10 you donate to Second Harvest Food Bank helps provide 40 meals. Thanks to you, we can enjoy a big meal together as a family. Give today at feedhopenow.org.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey'sMeatMarket.com.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
To everyone who wants to treat the family to a meal made just for you, let our team member Arish share what makes Culver's special.
We know the best meals are the ones shared with the people you love. It's why we handcraft our Wisconsin classics, so there's a favorite for everyone. Like our cook-to-order butter burgers and our real Wisconsin cheese curds. And there's no better way to treat yourself than our creamy, fresh, frozen custard. I put the same care into your meal that I would for my own family.
Come to Culver's for a meal made the Wisconsin way.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing. Search gym members and join our group.
Great tune. Check. Do every single day. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
So is Jack.
Hi.
And Ross is as well, and he's got the sauce jar. Let's get it.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo. Lickety clack, lickety clack.
I have a beautiful pair of tickets to see the Orlando Magic take on the Pistons this Friday. That is going down tomorrow. My God, it's already Friday. That's happening at the Amway Center. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Also in the sauce jar, I have a beautiful pair of tickets to see Paul Mercurio at Permission to Speak, December 29th at Jim Pugh Theater at the Dr. Phillips Center. That is your sauce jar, which is always brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. Just make sure you mention the Jim Colbert Show because that will get you a discount. So easy to book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O Moving.com. Quick clickety-clack. Back to you.
Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. Ross, who goes first today?
You know him from Hobbs. Let's welcome Calvin.
There you go. Calvin, how you doing, buddy?
Really good.
Good. All right, let's do it then. All right, buddy, this is an easy game. I do have a question here for you. Four answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find that, I will send you over to the sauce jar, out to a magic game, maybe some comedy, buddy. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1941, it's no big secret, Japan launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Here are three interesting facts, nothing's fun about it, about the attack on Pearl Harbor and one lie that will live in infamy. Buddy, we're talking about Pearl Harbor. Today is the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Here are four things. Find the lie here, boss, and we'll send you off to get something nice. Here we go. Number one. American soldiers called Japanese planes meatballs because of the red circle on the side of the plane. Number two, in addition to airstrikes, the Japanese sent 5 midget submarines as well. 4 were sunk and 1 was captured. Number three, in the 30 days following the attack, 134,000 Americans enlisted in the military. Or lastly, the Japanese called the attack Operation Red Sun. Which of those is a lie?
Wow, I'm gonna go with number one.
No, buddy, that's absolutely true. American soldiers did call the Japanese planes meatballs because of the big red circle on the side of the plane, which of course was the sign of Japan.
Right. Yeah, the sun.
Who is next?
Let's welcome Danny.
Danny, right there on line 4. Danny, how are you, buddy?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, buddy. We're talking about Pearl Harbor. Which one of these is untrue? Number one, in addition to airstrikes, the Japanese sent 5 midget submarines as well. 4 were sunk and 1 was captured. Number two, in the 30 days following the attack, 134,000 Americans enlisted in the military. Or lastly, the Japanese called the attack Operation Red Sun.
first one.
No, that's true, buddy. Unfortunately, there were 5 midget subs that were all sunk except for the one that they did capture.
Wow.
That was a massive part of the thing as well. Considered a massive failure on their part, obviously. Who's next, buddy?
Let's welcome Robbie.
Robbie, right there on line 2. Robbie, how are you, buddy?
Good, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. You got a 50-50 shot at winning something cool in regards to Pearl Harbor. Which one of these is untrue? Number one, in the 30 days following the attack, 134,000 Americans enlisted in the military. Or lastly, the Japanese called the attack Operation Red Sun.
I think there's going to be a lot more Americans signed up. So the first one.
No, buddy, that's true. It was 100.
It was that.
It was 134,000 Americans signed up in the 30 days after. It was a massive influx.
It's kind of like 9/11.
You can't imagine the anger. Guys, like, just send me now. Send me my civvies. I'm good. Let's go to Derek. Derek, how you doing, boss?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jim?
You're doing very well, friend, because I got to tell you, it's almost impossible for you to lose. Is this a lie? The Japanese called the attack on Pearl Harbor Operation Red Sun.
That would be a lie.
That is a lie, and you are a winner. Hey, for bonus points, can you figure out what it was called? And I'll give you an example. I'll give you a hint. If the Japanese did call it Operation, but it was a letter of the alphabet. What letter of the alphabet do you think they referred to the operation as?
Z.
Operation Z is the answer.
Oh, wow.
Which is unique considering Putin wrote Z all over his tanks as they rolled into Ukraine.
Now I see the connection.
I don't know if there's a connection or not, but it was just oddly coincidental. You guys remember that, right? All the Russian tanks had Z written all over them, and they had soldiers with Z on them. Z is what the Japanese called this thing, the attack.
And I forgot why Russia had the Z. I'm fairly certain that the two Z's aren't connected.
I know they're not.
There was another reason why, but
I know they're not, but it is pretty coincidental that two raids had that. A couple other things we will learn about Pearl Harbor before we get over to Ross thoughts. In the 2 hours the attack lasted, 2,400 servicemen were killed and another 1,200 people were injured. Actually, 70 civilians that had nothing to do with it were also injured as well that nobody really ever talks about. Many of the servicemen were still in their pajamas and eating breakfast when it hit because the attack happened at 7:55 a.m. Lasted to about 9:45. Most of the servicemen killed in the attack were junior enlistees, which means this. Most of them were between 17 and 19 years old.
Oh.
And then lastly here, a second attack was supposed to happen. Did you guys know that?
No.
Oh. The first attack actually missed its target. What they were really going after was the aircraft carriers. But they weren't in port at the time. They were at sea. So they hit all the battleships. When they found out the aircraft carriers weren't there, they called off the second attack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There were supposed to be 2 hits that day.
That's the biggest reason why when you go out to Pearl Harbor, and the reason why I said, it's awful, but it could have crippled the American military if those carriers are still at dock at that day.
And I think there was somebody who spotted one of these Japanese planes or a crew of them flying toward the island an hour before they hit, but nobody thought anything of it.
No.
Because they chose Sunday morning strategically because they thought everybody's guard would be down on Sunday morning, maybe going to church.
Right.
The day of peace and for Americans, most Americans, kind of a day of solitude and faith. And they thought that they would catch them with their pants down, and they damn sure did.
And radar was like a straight baby at that time. So I want to say that the radar picked up on Japanese planes, and they just thought, another training thing.
Yeah, nobody would have the balls to come and attack us here.
Yeah, that can't be all right. That's got to be a glitch. Hit the machine. Just smack it.
You know about 4 of the most powerful battleships, or 5, on planet Earth, and they just roll right up on them. All right, 407-916-1041.
I was just going to mention that someone earlier had texted that their dad is a 30-year Navy veteran and was he was on one of the ships that was actually out at sea when it was supposed to be in port that day.
Wow.
One of those aircraft carriers.
Wow, how crazy. Insane.
Isn't it?
I'm always curious because the aircraft carriers are such a massive part of Pearl Harbor, but I wonder if you give us our carriers during that attack, I'm pretty sure we're punching back a little bit harder.
Oh, please.
And I've always been curious about what would history look back on the Pearl Harbor attack if the carriers were still there. Would they have been taken out, or would have the carriers had enough time to throw some jets up and all of a sudden have, not jets, but planes up, throw down a dogfight. More so than we already did. Fascinating stuff.
Little P-51 action.
It's a crossroads moment in history.
Thoughts?
Christmas,
Oh,
right around the corner.
so
I
good.
had such a great Christmas interaction this morning with my neighbor, but I think I overdid it. I think I overdid it.
Well, one step too far?
Yeah.
One joke too many?
But I'm leaning into my season greetings this year.
Oh, nice.
I'm done with I will still say Merry Christmas. I'm pro Merry Christmas, but I'm also pro, I want more than just Merry Christmas. I got some more.
All right, we'll do that next.
Social media experience that isn't totally toxic. Kind of a weird thing to brag about, but there it is. Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Still seeing delays in the usual spots on I-4 this evening as you travel east and westbound on the interstate. Traffic remains slow between the Greenway and the 429, as well as between Osceola Parkway and 535. For those traveling through downtown, you can expect delays on the interstate between Princeton and Robinson Street. If you see traffic problems tonight, make sure you're calling the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Uni, a product of ePass.
During the holidays, it's hard to contain my excitement. Like right now, I'm supposed to tell you to sign up for ePass and get a free toll sticker at getepass.com, and you're entered to win $100 in tolls. Details and contest rules at getepass.com. And good luck!
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. Are you tired of banking with a bank and dealing with excessive fees and minimums? For more than 85 years, Central Florida residents and small businesses have counted on Addition Financial Credit Union for better banking. Whether you're looking for fee-free checking, great savings rates, or low credit card, home, and auto loan rates, we put your financial well-being at the heart of everything we do. To learn more, visit AdditionFI.com. That's AdditionFI.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Get ready for excitement at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Progressive jackpots are live. Just a $1 bet could win you tens of thousands. Join us December 14th for the GAPT 100K Guaranteed Poker Tournament. Your shot at poker glory. But there's more. Make New Year's Day legendary with our $18,000 Quadzilla. Starting at 11 a.m. Win big cash every hour with monster quads. If it doesn't hit, the winnings roll over, creating even bigger jackpots. Visit Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker Rooms. Follow us on Facebook or X for the latest info.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Celebrate the season in style at Park Jewelers. Join us for a one-day jewelry event on Saturday, December 9th from noon to 7 p.m. featuring the newest designs from Roberto Coin. Shop, enjoy cocktails and hors d'oeuvres while exploring Roberto Coin's collection of fine jewelry. Handcrafted in Italy. Find the perfect gift for your special someone. Don't miss the holiday magic at Park Jewelers. Visit myparkjewelers.com for details. That's myparkjewelers.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Orlando Harley-Davidson. Visit orlandoharley.com.
Extra cash coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, the Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I told my wife that when I die, I don't want a fancy funeral. I just want to be buried straight in the dirt. She just laughed and said that was already the plan.
Feet up, vertical. Have my shoulders sticking out.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that very much. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack is as well.
Yeah.
Ross has some thoughts. Let's get them.
It's weird.
Merry Christmas.
It's funny.
Season's greetings.
Sometimes
Happy holidays.
it's Ross.
That's about it.
Spelled like thoughts. It's Ross Thoughts.
It's also Hanukkah tonight, first night.
Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Happy Christmas Hanukkah Kwanzaa. Look at that.
Krampus.
Can't be offended on that one, right?
Yeah, you can be offended on
Or
that.
everyone can.
All right, it's either one of the two, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
When it rains, it pours.
It's odd.
First of all, I need to tell you guys this. I keep forgetting to tell you guys this. I texted you today. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be late. I got into a car accident.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah. I got into a car accident on the way into work. Do you guys remember that time I told you, like, I know I'm getting older because I am contemplating sending an email to the city of Orlando over this one sketchy intersection.
I know exactly.
That I wince every time I take a right on. Well, that's the intersection I got hit.
Oh, man.
How great is that? Called it. I straight Nostradamus that.
Are you okay, though?
Yeah, I'm completely fine. In fact, I'm even better for it because when I was at the red light, I'm in a right turn hand signal thing. I don't know. And then the car in front of me just starts backing up. Just hit me.
That's a Bradshaw. They call that a Bradshaw.
Yeah. My car didn't get totaled, but the car just backed up into me, and I was like, all right, now we have to pull over. Let's see the damage. Look at the damage. There's nothing wrong with either car.
It actually popped a dent out for you?
Even better, dude. Last night, I'm driving with my wife. I'm going 60, 65, really just redlining this Sentra.
Yeah, really asking a lot.
And she goes, what is that rattling noise? And I was like, yeah, I do have a rattling noise. Get into a car accident, drove to work, no rattling noise.
Yeah.
Got into a car accident, and my car got better.
You should bump somebody else for good brakes.
Yeah. Like, this is awesome. So look at that. My glass is definitely half full.
I love it.
So that happened to me right before in the morning. I was taking out the trash, and I saw my neighbor, my cool neighbor, the neighbor that I want to impress. That hopefully one day.
Still?
Yeah.
This is the tequila neighbor.
This is the tequila neighbor. This is like an important neighbor. He's in my age range. I've always wanted like a cool neighbor just to knock on the door and be like, you want to play Super Smash Brothers? And I'd be like, hell yeah, having a cool neighbor is awesome.
Right. We waited at your Christmas party late last year waiting for him to come over.
Yeah, and he never did, but his girl came over
All right.
like real late.
Oh yeah, player.
Yeah, no. Yeah, she was wearing a mask, and I think that that's
even
weird.
better.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not like that. Not like that.
What's that? What's
It
that
didn't have
cost?
a
I saw that
gag
movie. Yeah.
Tom
Eyes
Cruise.
Wide Shut.
One of Tom Cruise's best movies.
Let's
But-
go.
So I'm still trying to impress this neighbor. So every opportunity I have when he's walking the dogs or something, I always say like, "Good morning, good afternoon."
Give him the real Flanders. Huh?
Hope you have a good day.
Oddly,
Diddly-dam.
oddly ho.
Oddly who. I'm always like over the top positive. Well, this morning I got hit hard with some red and green vibes, with some Christmas vibes. Because when he came out to go get his mail and I'm walking out to go take out the trash, we lock eyes and we go, we say it at the same time. Merry Christmas. We had a duet. We both Merry Christmased ourselves at the same time. Stunning. Wonderful. And then I hit him with a happy holidays and a season's greetings. And then we walked away and I was like, man, Christmas rips.
Yeah.
Christmas is so good. But then I also was like, well, everyone says Merry Christmas. Everyone says Happy Holidays. I want more. I looked it up. There are plenty of Christmas greetings.
Really? Because I mean, the ones is like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Season's Greetings.
Season's greetings is a big one. But what do you say to when someone goes Merry Christmas to you? You usually just say it back.
Yeah, you say Merry Christmas back to you.
Why don't you give this one a spin?
Or same to you or something like that.
Merry Christmas. Joy to the world.
Ah.
I mean, what, Deb?
And you add to that, and joy to the world.
And joy to the world. What's wrong with what's fun? That's wholesome.
That is wholesome.
That's whole fat milk. That's gonna stick around. You don't like
That's
like
creamy.
joy to the world?
That's all right.
Okay, so if you came out and I said, "Hey, Deb, Merry Christmas," and you said, "Enjoy to the world," I would say you're a corny. No,
Yeah, you would.
I would
Yes,
think,
you would.
I would think it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay.
In a very Mount Dora, I live by sitting on a hay bale kind of situation.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to follow up with the and peace on earth.
All right.
Aw.
All right. Someone tell me Christmas. What about this one?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, peace on earth and goodwill to men.
Nice.
What's wrong with that? That's good. That's powerful.
That's a lot. That seems to be a bit much. It's like you're trying too hard.
Yes.
You know, it's tough now because someone to get an audience had to make this an issue and create something that wasn't an issue with this war on Christmas. Now, if you say season's greetings or anything other than Merry Christmas, you can get a defiant response. Merry Christmas. Like they think you're avoiding it.
I think you meant to say Merry Christmas.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, no, this is a positive interaction. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, it's turned into a thing that has gotten political and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, because there's a reason for the season.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
want more of
Capitalism.
those. All right, tell me, someone tell me Merry Christmas. Rapid fire.
Merry Christmas.
Wishing you a festive and fun Christmas.
Oh,
All right. I know it's a little wordy, but we're looking for remixes,
but
man.
it's how you sell that. Like, you hit me with it. It's how you sell it.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
You know, wishing you and your family the best this season.
I feel like I just ate an oatmeal cookie.
Man, that hurt. I was so out of character.
I know.
I just pulled something.
All right. Jack, hit me.
Merry Christmas.
Celebrate the wonder and the joy of the festive season.
Yeah, that's too much, buddy.
Mm.
That's a little hot. Maybe is that an
Buffalo,
acronym?
That's Buffalo Billish.
Is there? Can you turn that into an acronym? Circo?
Yeah.
or something.
CWJFS.
Sib gifs. Back to you.
I don't know. I just want more Christmas greetings. May your days be merry and bright.
That's great. But this sounds like something you would yell if you were in the 40s.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to bring back.
Hip, hip, good sir, and a Merry Christmas to you as well.
And cheers to a wonderful holiday.
Yeah.
I want more. I
like that.
Like Merry Christmas is cool.
It feels
Happy
like-
holidays is cool. Season's that's cool, but I want like
It feels,
limericks.
I got it though, but it feels like all of these things should be said by somebody wearing a top hat.
Yeah, I
Like,
also
this is very- These are very top hat things.
I got
What
I got
about
a
a pinky ring?
Right.
a bonnet, man. But Christmas is right around the corner. I dare you. Please
Double dog.
No, double dog. Pinky, promise me right now, because you guys are going to see your neighbors. Maybe not Jim.
Yeah, we'll not see my neighbors.
You will not see your neighbors.
Yeah, they will hear them.
Are you? But how often are you guys dropping Merry Christmases? Turn it up.
Oh, I do it all the time, dude.
Yeah.
This time of year, like almost every time I talk to somebody, like, "Hey, Merry Christmas," I just said it to Glenn.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
And then people are like, "Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
is around that time."
yeah. And you need to remind people because sometimes people have SE lives and situations. And sometimes this is the worst time of year for people.
For a lot of people.
Who've been divorced or lost loved ones, or maybe they're alone or their family's far away. You got to be very kind of cool this time of year.
But well, even if you're sad around Christmas, I'm still going to hit you with a warm wishes for the holiday season.
It's a walking Hallmark card.
These all sounds like card sign-offs.
I know.
Yeah, actually, me and my wife divorced last year on December 20th. Wishing you a festive and fun Christmas.
All the best.
Yeah.
From me and ours.
To you and yours.
Or to you and yours.
Or
right, yeah.
to you.
From me and mine to you and yours.
Like, there's so many isms about Christmas, but the Christmas greeting, the human to human Merry Christmas, whatever that vibe, whatever the words are for that interaction, I want to get better at it.
Yeah.
I want it to be a bigger thing.
But you're right. I have to tell you, there is a certain sect of people that if you say happy holidays to them and they're like, they're very faithful people.
Yeah.
And you you get corrected.
Yeah.
Like, but here's the other thing. Here's what you need to understand. Everybody's, they're doing their best.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to correct them.
Yeah.
If I say happy holidays and I've reached out to be courteous and cordial to you, you should probably just kind of respond accordingly and say happy holidays or Merry Christmas to you as well.
So,
but you don't need to make a thing about it because somebody didn't say Christmas for you.
Happy Holidays was one I used to, when I was 16 and I was working, I was a checkout person at Food Town. All right. My
favorite town.
My
I just bought real estate there.
Yeah, you're the mayor.
It's a supermarket, or it was.
Okay.
I was a checkout person, and I realized, I don't know what these people celebrate. I don't know, so I just figured I'd go with Happy Holidays or Season's Greetings because I just felt it covered it all. Regardless of whatever you celebrate, I figured that was a nice blanket to throw, and. Wow, now it's offensive to people.
Oh, yeah, because now you get why are you living out?
Yeah.
Why are you living out Jesus?
But that was way before the war on Christmas.
Yeah.
This was the 80s.
There's no war on Christmas, Jack. Stop.
Yeah,
all right.
I blame the Red Cups. I think it all started with the Red Cups. Something happened with Christmas where you are completely right. Happy holidays. Don't you mean Christmas?
Yeah. Have you ever seen, there are Solo Cup Christmas lights. You've seen those, right?
Yes.
They're the greatest.
Yeah.
Well,
I have them on my trailer.
Yeah, Toby Keith's signature.
Oh, may the magic of Christmas Solo Cups fill your heart.
Oh.
More greetings, man. Just start greeting Christmas edition people.
How about 16 ounces of mirth?
Oh, perfect. Hoping your holidays are filled with love and happiness.
Oh.
I'm only going to be like that, once a year, so I'm going to soak it in. I like Christmas greetings, and those are your raw thoughts. Greet more people with some Christmas vibes. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Season 2 of a very popular show just announced its drop date. I'll tell you what that is and some other stuff next.
Staying one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Still seeing delays in the usual spots on I-4 this evening as you travel east and westbound on the interstate. Traffic remains slow between the Greenway and the 429, as well as between Osceola Parkway and 535. For those traveling through downtown, you can expect delays on the interstate between Princeton and Robinson Street. If you see traffic problems tonight, make sure you're calling the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Tools Ace Hardware has holiday gifts for everyone on your list. They have the perfect gifts from the best brands, grills from Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Napoleon, with free assembly and delivery on purchases $3.99 and up. Power tools and accessories from Milwaukee and DeWalt. Outdoor power equipment from Steel and Ego, plus stocking stuffers from Yeti and Costa Del Mar, and plenty of other gifts as well. If you have a DIY person in your family, man, Tools Ace Hardware kills it. They even have custom knives as well, and even apparel as well. Just visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I loved. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Ready to change your phone service? You got to check out Boost Infinite Wireless at boostinfinite.com. You get their low price service and a brand new iPhone every year. And most importantly, listen to this, you get the benefit of Boost Infinite's new technology that selects between its own network and the other two major networks, so you get the best quality calls and data anywhere you are. No one else can do that except Boost. So head to boostinfinite.com today. That's boostinfinite.com. You owe it to yourself to learn what the folks at Boost have to offer. Again, that's boostinfinite.com or call 855-55-BOOST. Boost Infinite Wireless is the only carrier built for the next 50 years, not the last 50. So one more time, right now, go check out boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Why settle for one network when you can have three? See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
During the Wrap Up the Year sales event at your Ram dealer, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 excluding TRX, Ram 2500, and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, Laramie Crew Cab, and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 1/2.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly, sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The best financing is 0% APR financing. Get it now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. Feel like helping out? Go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
This is my talk back to space. Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. That was pretty good, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'll give you a little something to chew on. Front page of the USA Today right now. House Republicans are considering expelling Matt Gaetz.
Whoa.
Quote, he is hated.
I don't know if that's a good enough reason.
Yeah, I don't either.
I
But
thought that's what got him elected.
Got to be very, very interesting to see if this is breaking right now. I said yesterday, and even today, I believe, during all this stuff going on with Kevin McCarthy, I said it's been very quiet for Matt Gaetz. Anybody heard anything from Matt Gaetz lately since the whole Kevin McCarthy thing went down? He's been abnormally quiet, has he not?
Actually, he did he speak on behalf of George Santos,
Right,
to try and block him being ousted.
Right, and he actually tried to say, you know, I'm not here to defend George Santos or quote whoever he is, as if he's never heard of him. But he was there saying this sets a deadly or dangerous precedent or whatever. Of course, because he'd been looked at. You know, by the way, there was a rumor going around that the reason why Gaetz started the whole thing with McCarthy is McCarthy secretly behind the scenes started the investigation into Gaetz back up as a retaliatory measure for some other stuff that Gaetz possibly did behind doors as well. I'd heard that or read that as a blurb about 3 weeks before the McCarthy thing happened. I said, you know, there is a that they kind of secretly opened that thing back up. That Gaetz, you know, the whole underage trafficking thing isn't exactly dead. Now, all they did was decide not to press charges. But that doesn't mean that they, you know, there's no what's the word I'm looking for? There's no double
jeopardy.
There's no double jeopardy there. They never charged him and then didn't charge him. They never charged him. They never decided to, which would lead you to believe that they could if they needed to. But we'll see how that kind of pans out. This is just breaking, so we'll see how that goes.
It'd be interesting, though, just because I would be surprised that they would reduce their numbers by any more.
Yeah, because, I mean, McCarthy kind of did a number on him. He wasn't supposed to go quite yet. But
and then you've got Santos, whose district, you know, most likely will be picked up by a Democrat. So I would be surprised if they went forward with that.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it is interesting to hear and let you know the turmoil in the House.
It would be awesome.
It still continues to happen. By the way, Mike, you know, Johnson's not out of the woods. I mean, they still have to pass a budget. And it still has those same people, Chip Roy and all those guys, who are still trying to block this and still trying to kind of make a stink out of it. So this is going to continue to go on until they figure out how to deal with or get a majority or figure out how to deal with those 8 people.
Well, don't forget about the important work of impeachment. We don't want to delay that at all.
Interesting across the board. We'll see how that goes. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. What show just announced it's coming back and its release date?
Very second season, popular.
Very popular. I mean, as popular as it gets.
So you're not talking Squid Game.
I am exactly talking Squid Game.
Well,
it's Squid Game. Squid Game 2, but they're not releasing it until the end of next year. Like, it's not coming until fall 2024.
You're talking like GTA 6 timeframes here?
Yeah. It says if you're catching up with the Squid Game universe, you may be wondering when Squid Game 2 is releasing. South Korean drama was created by Hwang Dong-hyuk. Whoa.
Keep going. Otherwise, it's a problem.
Please keep going. Please keep going. Please.
But they didn't give an exact date. But what they're saying is they're saying that they confirmed there was going to be a season 2 June of this year. But what they're saying is it's going to take a couple years to make it. It looks like December 2024 is going to be the drop date for Squid Game 2.
So I thought the sequel was actually handled in. There's a reality show now that just culminated.
Yes.
Which I hear very good things about.
Really?
That's on Netflix. News Junkie, Sabrina Seelane, they were all watching it and they've been talking about it. Matter of fact, I turned them off today because they were talking about the finale and I'm like, nope, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, really?
Because if I decide I'm going to watch something, then I want to hear less about it.
Yeah. That's unique though, right? Has there ever been a show that had like a show
and then a reality
and then a reality
game show out
around
of it?
It was kind of weird, right? I mean, the Squid Game, the show was like game changer. I think it's actually one of the fastest watched or, you know, ascending shows in the history of Netflix.
Yeah.
And then it turns into a phenomenon here. And then Mr. Beast does his thing. And now there's a damn TV show about it. And it looks like that thing will continue on. I don't know of another show that's done anything like this.
It did become Netflix's most watched series.
Yeah.
So
Pretty quickly, too, if I remember right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still top dog, but at the time when it came out, it was top dog.
What would have toppled it?
I don't know. I mean, Squid Game was
Oh,
huge. And
Wednesday. Hello.
It was good.
Yeah, it was very good. Are you kidding? It was better than good.
Yeah.
American audiences have never seen anything like that. But aren't Asian audiences, especially in Korea and Japan, aren't they really kind of hyper used to really odd game shows? Isn't like that part of their culture?
Yeah. I mean, so much so that we grabbed it and Americanized it with, Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was
Well, a
called.
number of them, buddy. I think, matter of fact, I believe it was so much so that like during the Farley years of SNL, they did a number of sketches based on, Japanese game shows about how they were kind of cruel. Like, you think it's going to be a game show, you go, ha, 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 you didn't win. And then you go over there, you get hit in the face with a dead squid or something. It's like, it was crazy all the stuff they would make you do. Hey, you have to eat 8 banana pies or something. If you don't, we beat you.
Yeah. And then we went Fear Factor.
Right. And then we
ate slugs.
Right. And pig nuts.
Whatever.
All right. 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Did you guys figure out what you want? Have you thought about it at all during the show? Your gift exchange, any of that?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit, huh?
Peace. Yeah.
Okay. Stop.
Lame.
Piece of what?
Peace of mind.
Oh.
Do you guys know what you're getting your significant others already?
Nope.
So you really don't?
Nope.
We're
no clue.
Got nothing figured out yet.
Do you ask her what she wants?
I did.
And did she tell you?
She did.
And you have done nothing?
I said we have no money for that.
Oh, okay, good. She wanted something big like that?
Did she say iMac?
No.
Do you feel guilty? I mean, my wife has asked me for my Christmas list. I'll give her like 2 or 3 things, like silly stuff, but I won't give her I won't say, hey, membership here or something like that. Do you guys do that? I mean, when they ask you for your list, do you give them stuff, or do you just go, whatever you do, honey's fine?
Well, I feel like it's very unromantic to ask, right?
I think so too.
It is. It's easier.
Yeah.
And I don't know how other relationships do it. Sometimes I ask because I'm like, give me a ballpark so I can work off of.
Let me ask you this: do you do this? Like, if you ask and she gives you a few, here's what I want. Give me a few things I can wrap up, and I'll take care of the big thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys just put a lot of effort into the one big thing they know that their significant other wants, but you want some other stuff for them just to unwrap, maybe perfume or something like that. I mean, is that how you guys do it or no?
We go one big thing and then a bunch of small, tiny gifts.
And I'll get heads ups on the small stuff, but the big thing I kind of want to do myself.
I'm working on a coupon book of things that I'm already doing. So it's like, this coupon is for me to go to work each day.
That's what kids do, right? Here's a back scratch, Mom.
Yeah.
Right.
What
Here's
do you
soap
do?
on the rope.
Do you tell Chris what you want? Does he ask? Is he a good gift giver?
He generally doesn't ask.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Does he do a good job?
Fairly good.
Yeah?
There's been some hit and misses in the past.
Do you how much weight do you put in that? This is interesting to me because I mean,
never ask a woman about her weight.
No, stop.
Yeah,
how much weight?
definitely not.
How much weight do you put into like the quality of the gift or the significance of the gift?
It's not so much the quality; it's do you pay attention?
Right, exactly. Did you hear me say something in July?
Well, not just did you hear me say something in July, but do you pay attention? Because you should, you guys should know her favorite flower, her favorite perfume, her style.
Do you know your wife's favorite flower?
Yes.
What is it?
Sunflower.
Sorry, Jack.
I know. You know because you remember. This is like the 4th time we're going through this on the air. My wife doesn't have one.
Why are you so mad? It's
Because
Christmas.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
peace on
know.
earth. Peace
And
on
she
earth.
doesn't. And
Peace
then
on
I
earth.
ask, all right, that's why I need inner peace.
Where's the Enya? Where's the Enya?
Oh, yeah.
I need the Enya.
Yeah, self Enya.
Go Enya yourself.
Go Enya.
Go Enya.
Enya yourself. Enya. Yeah, that's fun.
So sunflower, do you have a favorite? I mean, does he know your favorite flower?
Oh, yeah, irises.
Irises, yeah.
But also orchids are a
Such
huge
iris.
part of her life.
My wife likes,
yeah.
my wife likes tulips.
Yeah, tulips rip.
No jokes.
Peony.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's a good flower.
You know your wife's favorite song?
No, she's not a big music girl. She's
Favorite
not
color?
like a big fan. Black. She loves black.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Who are you married to? Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
vampire? What's your favorite? I mean, you know
Black.
Chris's favorite color?
Blue.
Yeah. Your favorite color, Jack? Do you know your wife's favorite
I know
color?
mine. Mine is blue.
Yeah, your wife's is like purple, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's her hair color all the time.
It
Stop,
is.
You
Stop
take it-
picking your arms, Jack.
I believe her hair
Oh,
is purple.
you are picking. Are
He's
you
picking.
nervous?
He's anxious.
Oh,
You're
wow.
believing and bleeding.
You know what? I'm gonna think about the great gift, and then and it'll probably need 3 weeks to get it done.
How about sentimental? Do you do sentimental stuff, or do you just buy something?
I have in the past.
My wife would love me to do more sentimental stuff, but I am unfortunately too. You need this. You know, this heating pad's really going to change your life.
Yeah.
This massage gun's going to do it for you. And she looks at it and is like, I mean, she wants something like, and I'm just not.
You got to make something.
I'm so bad at it, man. I am so bad at it. I fail every year. Every year.
No, you
Every
don't.
single year, my wife could look at me and say, you failed, and she would be right. Because I really don't. She does. I will tell you, I can't because I'll give something away. My wife will hold on to something for 10 years. And then when
Like a grudge?
When a certain thing hits, she goes, you know what? I've got that thing that your grandfather had. We'll take that. We'll do this. And it's the perfect thing. And it'll wind up costing $20. And you'll give it to somebody and they'll cry half Christmas morning because it means so much to them. And I wanted to just, what can I buy? I just want to I'm like a regular guy. Can I go buy that? Can I get that in the box? Because I don't know. Like, I think like a guy. I don't think like stuff like that. I don't think like,
Yeah,
hey,
we know.
I will go get a tress of your hair or your mom's something and put it in a charm. And
You just rattled it off. You just did the thing that you said you couldn't.
No, but I don't follow through with it. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's different.
And I'm just making that up. Like, I wouldn't even know where to look for any of that stuff to do it with. And I would be afraid that if I picked the wrong thing, she would be like, oh, you ruined that for that?
No.
Yeah.
I thought you're pretty romantic. Didn't you write a song for her?
Yeah, dude, just send her this.
In the fields of our love where tulips bloom so bright. At 18 years together, you've been my guiding night. And you're the country melody that soothes my weary soul. With every passing day, my love for you unfolds. Oh, Tori, my sweetie, you're the music in my night. Yeah! I want to have by your side. I don't know. Love through will laughter and through strife. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's an AI thing. That's not me. I couldn't even come close to singing that good.
No one can tell.
Yeah, everybody can tell.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Cascades.
Oh. Texting service comes through with a beautiful one. Give her a bidet.
Yeah.
And an unused gratitude journal.
So, in other words, regift all the stuff.
And a hot sauce kit.
Yeah.
That one I'm a little surprised by. I had a shot of you using that
I've
one.
got all that in a Jack jar. All of that's I've got a Jack drawer and all of Jack's gifts. For
That's
me.
those are two different things.
Yeah. You have a Jack drawer.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, man.
Christmas is right around the corner.
Right around the corner. I mean, this weekend, do you guys have days that you designate you're going to go shop? Like my wife told me Sunday, she'll be gone all day. And let me tell you, when my wife says Sunday, I'm shopping, that means she leaves the house at 8 in the morning and she will get back at like 9 or 12 that night.
Oh.
She does it all in one day. She does not blank around. The stuff that she doesn't order online, she makes her list. She sets out with her mother. And they go out and they're out there all blanking day long buying their gifts. I am buying probably half my Christmas this weekend, and I got to buy the other thing later this week.
Yeah, I really don't know yet.
I'm ready.
You only shop for you and your for Chris and your mom?
Oh, no.
Yeah, for your brother and the sons?
My brother, my nephews, his parents.
Yeah. So that's funny. I don't go out of my family. Well, I buy the kids, my wife, Tori, and the in-laws. And that's it. We don't go out outside of the immediate family.
If you do, you get us presents.
Yeah,
like
but I
my
mean,
new iMac.
Yeah, I know, but you guys are like work stuff. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but I mean, we don't buy anything for her work people. I mean, I think maybe her boss gets a little something from us or whatever.
Little coffee mug.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, because I've tapped out.
on coffee mugs.
Too much stuff.
I've got too many coffee
I got
mugs.
too much stuff. I don't
It's
need.
just the handles. They take up too much surface area.
I don't need no stuff.
They get in the way.
Do you have matching coffee cups? We have them. Oh my god, my coffee. It looks like an orphanage.
Yeah, it's bad. I
It's
have
like
so
just
many coffee mugs.
one of everything. Nothing matches. We just found out we have to buy wine glasses because I've broken half of them trying to wash.
What you need probably is a new T-shirt. I bet you don't have any T-shirts.
Oh, I do need a new T-shirt.
No, in this business, that's all we have are
right.
T-shirts.
No, and Jim doesn't have those. He's never taken them.
Yeah, I don't take.
I think you're done. I think that happened. What, 96? You're
What?
like, wow, this is a lot of T-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I just, I have a bunch of golf shirts, and they're all like Hard Rock Live, and and they all have logos and stuff all over them and stuff. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 7. Maybe I will write a song for my wife.
Do it.
Maybe I'll legitimately write a song for my wife.
I'll film it, and then we'll send it. And it won't go on the internet.
Wow, I could do that. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll write her a song. That should replace a pair of Jimmy Choos.
Yeah,
honestly,
she won't mind at all.
Tell me that, jokes aside, yes, she would like that song more than a pair of Jimmy Choos.
Really?
Yeah. Have you gotten her a pair of shoes before?
Yeah, I've gotten her some nice shoes.
Yeah, have you written a song for her yet?
I've not done that.
All right, write it up, Jack. Send it.
Should I fly?
Yeah.
That's better than Red
all
Bottoms.
the years have passed.
If you've already had those shoes and you're looking at me like you are a beaten husband of never nailing Christmas, then yes, it's time to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes, Jim.
Okay, enough. You're not my father.
Write a song.
Feels
Write
like
a song.
All right, 407-916-1041.
Le Bouton.
407-916-1041. Back in a sec. Last call. Load them up. We'll get out of here right after this.
Hey, old booty,
Please stop. Did I just say booty?
In your arms, I found a home with love cascades.
What?
Here's something to say. 407-916-1041. Last call, sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword free heart scan.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey there, everybody. Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. A good amount of clouds tonight. Temperatures falling into the lower 50s. Friday, partly to mostly cloudy. Temperatures low 70s, still low humidity. Saturday, a good amount of clouds. Temperatures near 80. Then as we go into the day on Sunday, there'll be a strong cold front that approaches from the west late in the day. Some strong storms and heavy showers are likely. There's a low chance for a few stronger or even severe storms with strong damaging winds, the primary concern.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. The holidays are back, and you know what else is back? Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. So take some time for yourself with this cold and creamy treat this year. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Got to start thinking totally differently about your long-term health care. Here's why. For years, we watch friends, family, maybe even ourselves get that health scare before we really start paying attention to our bodies. That is called being reactive. You don't want to do that. You want to be proactive, especially this time of year. Think about what's happening now. Look around, Christmas, your family's around. You want to enjoy that as many times as possible. You don't want there to be a surprise waiting for you in your chest at 55 years old. And we just had a testimonial come through not even 2 days ago of a woman who went in on our recommendation to Life Imaging FLA. She got the heart scan and found out she had 3 major blockages. They took her into surgery not even a day after and saved her life. That is what Life Imaging FLA is all about. Don't wait. Do exactly what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, be sure to ask about the cancer screening as well. And it's easy. Just pick up your phone and dial pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on what bet. I'm more betting inside your head.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever. So hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective.
Last call. Good luck, Larry.
As a free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
You should be able to earn money with your money and with more control. Solo Funds makes it simple. With the Solo Funds app, you lend money to other members to help them replace a tire or cover an emergency expense, and they pay you back with a tip. It's a win-win. Plus, you control which loans you fund and when you fund them, so you can make a difference and a return. Join us at solofunds.com.
Voice of American Music. Really? Willie Nelson Family. Saturday, February 17th at the Apopka Amphitheater. New album, The Willie Nelson Family, out now. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. Don't miss Willie Nelson and Family live.
Today's thank you is brought to you by Stella Artois. Elevate your holidays and toast someone special with a Stella Artois.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I will play. Hey, dreidel, 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 oh, dreidel, I will play. Happy Hanukkah.
You ever help me? You
One line open for last call. If you want to grab that, 407-916-1041. Little joke, little callback, something fun for us. It's your turn to do the show. Again, one line open, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well.
And happy Hanukkah to you, Larry.
Yeah, Larry. Thinking about you a lot, bub. Hope everything's well. We're all full up for last call. We'll get to you guys here in just 1 second. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have Primetime Kitchen, we'll have Embers Only. We'll have Rich Tips. Of course, your calls, texts, and talkbacks. More opportunities for you when tickets to go see the Orlando Magic or Don's at Mercurio.
Mercurio, yeah.
Mercurio, there you go. You guys got big plans this weekend? Anything great? Anything big?
I'm going
Any
sledding.
shows? Going sledding?
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff happening in outdoor, but I don't know if you guys heard.
Yeah. It's snow in the park on Saturday and we go sledding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's kinda
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
Just a Saturday in my neck of the woods. What about you guys?
Working.
Jack. It's made me sad.
Jack's having such a terrible day. He's trying to take it out on everybody else, which is great. I'm like, I completely get it. I try to do the same thing.
You want to see my bruises?
We are going through this perpetual stage of upgrading equipment, and that's why when you heard the show today, you have some failures and just behind the scenes, some behind the curtain stuff. A producer of a radio show takes great pride in how things flow throughout the day, right? So when you hear me interrupt a commercial, or you hear me, which I do so often, it's ridiculous. You'd think I'd learn. Or when you hear like the little bit of space between the end of the segment and us going to commercial, the bumper music, when you hear those little things, those are failures, right? Those are failures, but not necessarily Jack's failures, because you'll hear Jack hit the button. You'll hear but the problem is the board is not firing. In other words, it's all programmed electronically and it's all on a computer system. And when you hit the button and it doesn't fire, the computer either spools or doesn't work or whatever, doesn't react. You have to just sit there and wait. Like the beginning of the show today was 20 seconds late because the damn thing just wouldn't fire. And it makes Jack look bad.
Well, and I don't even care.
And I try to point that out.
It just sounds bad.
Sounds
that's what drives me nuts. And it's not us. It's you're watching the computer screen and it'll just go white and then come back. And
Hey, somebody was saying that I should write the song, right? And then submit it to AI and have it do it in somebody famous's voice. And then put it together, because I have the equipment to be able to put it together at my house. I can record it, mix it down the whole 9 yards.
Sure. What celebrity is your wife hot for?
Yeah. Somebody said let Jelly Roll do it.
Yeah, but if you just said that you have all the equipment, you could lay down the track, you could
But
mix
I can't
it.
sing, boss. That's what I'm saying is I can't sing. I can't make it. I don't have auto-tune. Like I can't make myself sing well. And I don't know how to sing on key because I don't know how to do that. So what I'm saying is I could write the tune, like the lyrics and the melody, and then just kind of turn that over to AI and let it create something cool.
I'll do it for you.
Don't do it. No. I don't want you doing anything.
We got you, man.
The way you produce,
that's what I'm going to do this weekend.
The way you produce the show, I don't want you touching it.
We got you.
I don't know that you would. I don't think you would.
We got you.
What, are you going to sing it?
I could sing it.
Chase Padgett could sing
Chase
it.
Padgett could sing it.
Oh,
Chase
there you go.
Padgett
And
could
play
sing
the
it.
guitar.
And Chase is coming in next week.
Yeah. And
He's
he'll
got a big
Christina Aguilera riff.
He's got a big Christmas show coming up. He wrote some Christmas songs. Ross said he has never heard them. He's dying to hear it.
Yep. Not once. As he rehearses day in, day out in my home.
How do you not hear it?
Oh, I do. Oh, God.
Is he doing traditional stuff?
I could recite the show right now.
Is he doing traditional stuff?
There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of comedy. It's kind of a smorgasbord of Christmas.
Very nice.
And he's always wanted to make a Christmas show. So I think he's very excited to finally, it's so nice that you ever have those things where like, oh, I got to do that. I got to do that. And then you finally do it and it takes like a couple of minutes and you're like, wow, that stressed me out for 4 months.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You could have done that in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of like this show. He's been feeling this way for like 10 years and now it's taken him like 3 months.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Frogger's Grill and Bar. And
Ribbit.
don't forget the Oviedo location is collecting toys for Tots. That is going to happen tomorrow afternoon from, what did you say, Jack?
Ribbit.
Oh, all right.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Yeah, tomorrow, up until 8 o'clock tomorrow, a new unused toy. Bring it to the Oviedo Froggers location. You find them online at froggers.com.
Yeah, easy to find up there, by the way.
Also want to thank Danny Meyering with Orlando Date Night Guide, attorney Glenn Klausman, and last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Nice. Thank you very much for that. Jack, do we have a question of the day, Rod?
We most certainly do. And it was, is it important for you for your remains to be in a place where family can visit?
Wow, this is an interesting one. You know what? I will go 35% say yes.
Pretty close. 41.
Not bad.
wow.
That's about right. Yeah. Raw stand up.
Yes, it's going down December 16th. That's not this Saturday. This is next Saturday. I'll be at the Villages. You can get your tickets off the link on my Instagram bio.
Right.
It should be blowing off.
Is it BYOC, by the way?
But what?
Bring your own condoms?
No, yes, it is. It is. We won't be offering those, but I'll be at the Villages on the 16th.
All right, very good. Let's get to it here. Let's get the last call. Let's go with Randy. Last call.
Hey, Steve, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Hey, buddy. Thank you.
Anyway, what's the difference between a frog and a horny toad?
What is the difference between a frog and a horny toad? I don't know.
Frog says ribbit, ribbit, and the horny toad says rub it, rub it.
Thank you. Up, Chuck. Last call.
Hey, how you doing? I got a joke for you. First, I wanted to share something that I have in common with Mr. Pageant. I'm the only guy in town that shares the commonality with him. I work at Universal Studios, and I, too, married my favorite Marilyn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I totally know where you're coming from on that, bro. It's really awesome.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's cool.
Okay, here's the joke.
All right, here we go.
What do you get when you combine human DNA and goat DNA?
I do not. What do you get when you combine human DNA and goat DNA?
You get kicked out of the petting zoo.
Nailed it. That's good.
I thought it was going to be bad. Good job, man. Luke, last call.
Hey, what's up, guys? Love you guys.
Hey,
awesome show. Question. Going off of like what Ross was saying, is it inappropriate to tell a Floridian on the first day of summer season's greetings without a sweaty slap in the face?
That's a good question.
Let's go. Party mom, last call.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Anna.
Anna who?
Anna Partridge in a pear tree.
Thanks, Party mom. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Mike, take us home. Last call.
Mike Buzzer Larson here. It's a thing, and I'm concerned. Did you know that Santa's helpers actually get depressed about this time of year, Jimmy?
I didn't know that. Why?
Well, it's called low self-esteem.
Not bad at all, Mike. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. No KFC jokes. Just keep those coming.
Yeah, we don't
want that.
Just keep those coming. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Like I said, coming up tomorrow, we have Embers Only going to turn you into a really nice smoke, maybe for a nice gift for somebody for this holiday. We'll do Primetime Kitchen. Our buddy Fayez Carr from the Orlando Weekly will call in, and we'll talk to Candace Rich for Rich tips. So we'll take your calls, texts, and talkbacks as well. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the corporate time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Thursday evening.
See you Friday. Bye.